Welcome to Three Sisters for round 3 of the British Drift Championship 2021. Last round at Driftland saw the championship get as close as it could get, with just 1 point separating Stephen Mcconnell and Dwayne McKeever. But it's probably Aramis's crash that sticks in people's minds. Incredibly, he managed to get out of the car uninjured, and he is back this weekend in the same E30, which is incredible to see. But the big question on everyone's lips is, can the underdog do it again and stay on top? Or will Dwayne and the Driftmaster drivers steal the show? We'll find out in just a few moments.
Mike, I don't think anyone, including Steve himself, could have envisaged him leading the championship at this point in the season. But he's still up there, and he's looking good again this weekend.
He's having a storming season so far, Mike. It's going to be exciting to see what the BDC and Driftmaster drivers can do, and can he hold his own against them. But for me, the two standout drivers from the last round have to be Dwayne McKeever and Ryan Caldwell.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. So in qualifying today, it's the championship standings. So Stephen McConnell's first, Dwayne McKeever's second, Ross Barr
in a borrowed car today now from Ryan Toporowski, so it's going to be interesting to see what Ross can do in that.
Definitely. Archie Vashgelis is down in 12th position. We've got Luke Barker in 17th position.
Yeah, like even at that, there's a lot of drivers. You know, Kevin Quinn there in 11th position, and he's only been to one round so far, so it'll be interesting to see what Kevin can do today.
Yeah, definitely. And in qualifying today, we had some outstanding runs.
So good.
Unbelievable runs.
Jamie Stanton, out of nowhere with the 1JZ E36.
91.33.
Just got that t-shirt and joined the 90 club.
Yeah.
Deadly.
On point. Vashgelis as well, so mad. He watched Sebastian Fonten go out and went, right, I'm going to do that as well.
But the fact that Vashgelis is back here in the same car and like not even a bit phased after the crash he had, like that's just insane.
Yeah,
so
absolutely mental. We've got Dwayne McKeever, a 94-point run, just showing he's still there.
Yeah. Don't forget about me, guys. I'm still here.
I'm here. There might be some big boys here, but I'm here too.
And speaking of big boys, the Vizin driver, tops qualifying, Sebastian Fonten.
Yeah.
97.33. Like, wow. 2 backwards entries on 1 run. Yeah. How good was that?
Absolutely incredible run. So Three Sisters is a really popular track, but it's not always rosy for everyone.
We're at Three Sisters, and yeah, it's been a while that I've been to the UK at the British Drift Championship, but the track looks very cool. We had a track walk yesterday, and it's very technical, and it's not too big. It's not like Riga or something, so we can have some good battles.
This historically has not been a great track for us. It's a track we've always struggled with the E36.
Never been very good. I've been here, this is my 3rd time. Hopefully I'll have better luck this time. First and second time had no luck, never even left the pits with mechanical issues, so hopefully this time I'll have better luck.
Three Sisters is possibly my favourite track. Previously I've done fairly well here, so yeah, I'm excited to drive again today.
BDC drifting was also a massive part of my career, where I learned a lot of my ropes. I know a lot of people here, so I thought it made sense to jump back in and maybe have a little bit of an upset before we go home back to Europe.
Very excited to have the Driftmasters guys here. When it comes to the battles, I'm not going to care who we get. Like, people will run up and tell us, oh, you're battling such and such. I don't care. A battle's a battle. But it would be good for the socials to battle somebody like Connor.
You know, there's obviously 2 contenders right now, Steve and Dwayne. Quite close. I don't know. I think it's kind of hard to put Dwayne out of the shout. You know, he's one of the most, undefeated drivers when it comes to British drifting at the moment.
Stand-up drivers in pro, probably Steve McConnell, obviously being on top spot at the minute, coming up from Pro 2. New car this year, he's gelled really well, he's doing really well.
Goals at the start of the year were really just to move from Pro 2, gain our pro licence, so we did not expect to be sitting halfway through the season leading the championship, so completely over the moon with that.
Well, there you have just some of the drivers to look out for this afternoon. I can't wait to see some of the BDC drivers bring it to the Driftmasters, guys.
It's a battle of bragging rights this weekend. The BDC guys want to hold their own. I think the BDC guys maybe have claimed Dwayne McKeever as Team BDC.
Yeah,
so
I think they can, yeah,
they could be putting it all on him, but I cannot wait to see what Sebastian Fonten's going to bring in the battles. I know I keep saying it, but man, he blew me away this morning in qualifying.
Absolutely fantastic. But I mean, I've got Connor Shanahan.
Are we going disagreeing already?
Connor Shanahan. We're going to start to disagree already.
Don't get me wrong. Sebastian and Connor would be the dream final, man. Yeah, the absolute dream final.
Yeah, and I reckon Connor will get it.
Yeah, well,
we'll see. Guys,
we'll see.
I got this.
Yeah.
We're not judges, so we can have our own opinion. It's fine. So we've been told the cars are almost ready. So before we head to the start line, let's have a quick reminder of what the judges want from the line today.
So the track we're going with, it's a modified version of an old BDC track here with these first two corners. The judges are looking for a good fast run in. Lead car can use the full weight of the track to do a weight transfer entry. They want you on a wide line around the first turn, not near them inside clips. Braking coming up to clip 2, same again, sticking on the wide line all the way out the edge of the track. Snappy transition through 3 to line you up for 4, Mike.
Yeah, down into clip 4, you come through clip 4 nice and wide, and then it's a decel zone and a snappy transition in through clip 5. Clip 5, you want to get yourself settled into clip 6, then put the power down through clip 6, 7 and 8. This is where the faster, more powerful cars are going to come into play, Mike.
Yeah, I know we keep saying it, but what this track is offering us is 2 different drift layouts. We've got tight and technical at the start and nice and fast at the end. That's exactly what we want.
Yeah, so we're going to see some really tight battles here, and some. If it was anything like yesterday's day to go by, there's going to be some fireworks.
It's going to be fireworks from the start, Mike. Definitely fireworks from the start.
I just hope my voice can keep up.
Yeah.
So here we have. This is our lineup today. We have got a few battles. Oh, who are you looking forward to?
Dwayne McKeever, Martin Wannacott. I know Martin has only done a handful of runs in the freshly built car.
Yeah.
But, you know, we still won't rule him out just yet.
Yeah, and we've got Jamie Stanton there with that amazing qualifying run against Dan Tyler. Didn't do very well in qualifying, but we have seen that he comes alive in the battles.
Louis Edwards and Luke Barker, that's just the battle of the young lads, really.
Yeah, well, I
mean,
if Luke Barker can get tame his car and get it to do what he wants it to do, that's going to be an awesome battle there. We have got Stefan Stefanov versus Clint Van Oort.
Tom Van Beek versus Justanis. So, like, we're just putting the two Pro 2 guys together and send them at it again.
Yeah,
like.
Exactly. Did they do that battle yesterday?
I probably
did.
I think they did.
So that'll be interesting. And then, obviously, Armeas Vashgelis putting on a show against Leonard Keppard. Leonard Keppard's got some pace in that car as well, though. So that'll be interesting to see.
Archie Harmer's going to get a lot of diesel fumes in his face because he's up against Kevin Kilgarth.
Yeah. And we've got Josh King versus Ross Barr in a borrowed car. Cars are almost ready, so we will be back right after this.
Drifting can be the most demanding motorsport in the world. My name is June Main. The high RPMs required to keep my tires spinning and rubber burning are brutal on engine oil. That's why Lucas Synthetic Oil Stabilizer was formulated for performance on the track and the highway. Lucas Synthetic Oil Stabilizer keeps my power on for split-second decisions, making every shift and turn count. When it comes to my engine and engine oil, I give it every advantage with Lucas Synthetic Oil Stabilizer.
We are Funk Motorsport, your heat management specialists. Based in the UK, we strive for perfection, developing thermal products trusted by professional race teams and drivers worldwide. Performance, protection, reliability.
As a professional drifter, my results depend on numbers. And making all this add up is one product, Lucas Octane Booster. It delivers 3 times the boost and promotes a clean fuel burn that keeps my tires smoking through every turn, which even off the racetrack can be difficult not to do. Depend on Lucas Octane Booster.
Link ECU produce standalone engine management technology with a range of products that allow you to unleash the power of your engine. Acting as your car's brain, our ECUs control electronic fuel injection and ignition. A magnitude of sensor inputs and outputs ensure your engine exceeds your expectations. Built-in safety features guarantee engine protection, and data logs keep you informed on its performance. Smoke your tyres and not your engine with a world-leading Link ECU.
Tarmac Sports.
So here we are at Three Sisters, just lining up our first battle, and our first battle we have got Sebastian Fonten, the Dimac driver, versus Nathan Chivers.
Yeah, Nathan Chivers just struggling a small bit in qualifying and barely scraping into the top 32. Hopefully he got the steering issue sorted on the car and we can get a clean battle from the two guys.
Yep, and Sebastian Fonten, obviously, just incredible.
Just
so this is going to be...
just incredible.
Yeah, just a masterclass to watch. I'm just going to enjoy every single battle.
Sit back, relax. Where's our popcorn?
Yeah. I wish we were allowed popcorn.
I'm sure we are.
I don't think the people at home would like us to have popcorn.
Well, if they have popcorn as well, they complain like they're eating.
Yeah, okay, there we go. Sebastian Fonten to lead. Nathan Chivers.
Oh,
okay,
big
Sebastian
flick
Fonten.
from Sebastian.
Massive flick from Sebastian Fonten.
Chivers has no answer to that initiation. I think he just sat back and spectated it. I think he went off, being honest with you, Mike. It's like, he probably just stopped and went, you know what, that was a cool entry, let's wait for the next one. He does it a second time.
It's just a masterclass here from Sebastian Fonten. Yeah, no idea what's happened to Nathan Chivers.
A second qualifying run really for Sebastian, just getting the grips of the track.
Yeah, it's just a third qualifying run.
Third qualifying run, true, very true.
So there we go. And if Nathan Chivers is still around, I guess we'll swap them around. We don't know where Nathan Chivers is.
Sebastian's car is so cool, isn't it?
It is.
It is. Like, it's just really cool in 36.
Did you see as he's driving down the straight there? He just did a massive understeer just to scrub those front tyres, even before he's got to the burnout ones. I'm not sure whether that's allowed, but he did it anyway.
Is that warming tyres in a non-warming tyre area? Yeah. Oh.
But he didn't do a wheel spin, so I think
yeah, Toby would be okay if he didn't do a wheel spin.
As long
he
as
told him
not
to drift.
Yeah. Oh, we do have a Nathan Chivers lining up again. So obviously Sebastian Fonten sat on a 10-0 advantage at the minute.
Yeah, Sebastian just needs to sit back here now and just complete it.
Yeah, Nathan Chivers. So Sebastian Fonten doesn't look like he's going to sit back and complete the run. He's given Nathan a little bit of room to manoeuvre, but Sebastian just finding it difficult not to jump on the side of Nathan Chivers' car. Nathan, this is not a bad run from Nathan, although he finds himself on the inside of the curb, which is a big no-no zone, they call it. So as he completes the run, Sebastian Fonten just falling in line behind him. They go across the line, and the damage, unfortunately, was already done.
Yeah, I think Nathan with the steering issues and then having the Driftmaster's driver breathing down your neck maybe got to him in his top 32 first battle. You know, it's not a nice way to start off when you're in the first battle and you go against top qualifiers. So
yeah, so here we go. Here's a replay. Look at the entry from Sebastian Fonten. Those clipping points, that first clipping point has taken such a hammer.
Do you know what? I was with the marshals this morning and they were stressing that they didn't have enough that many got broke yesterday. They were taping and cable tying them back together.
How do you tape a cone back together?
Oh no, they like the signs that go on the
Oh,
cones.
I see.
The cones.
The cone's surviving.
Yeah,
oh,
cones are
wow. Good.
So, Sebastian Fonten gets the win.
Yep, and we will move on to our next battle, Dylan Keogh against James Fenn-Bacon. James Fenn-Bacon told me not to say that he is faster today, although he was looking fast to me.
He's looking very
so I'm just going to ignore him and say that he is looking fast.
Yeah,
because
he is fast.
He is.
We're not going to sit here and lie to people.
No, there's no point. But Dylan Keogh looking equally as good.
Dylan Keogh seems to have the clutch issue sorted in that S14, so hopefully he can hold up for the 2 runs.
Look at the wheel spin off of James Fenn-Bacon's car. Look at this. As they come around the first corner, James Fenn-Bacon's going to make a dive, a little bit of wobble, but Keogh's on a lovely line. Now as they come down through the centre of the track, a little bit lost in the smoke, James Fenn-Bacon, he finds himself in the middle of the track, but making a few nice dives. It's a good effort from James Fenn-Bacon. Dylan Keogh comes around the final corner.
Yeah,
Fenn-Bacon just finds himself just lacking a little bit.
I think he just cut the track a few times too much to get proximity.
Yeah, and yeah, I mean, we said he had the pace, but it looks like
maybe he's just proving you wrong, Mike.
Yeah, maybe he was. Yeah. So don't tell people I've got the pace.
I'm going to drive slow.
I don't.
So yeah, as we head back to the start line and switch them around.
Yeah, we will have Fenn-Bacon to lead now. Dylan Keogh chase position.
So it'll be exciting to see what way our judges' bar is going to go on this one. Our indication.
Yep, we don't have an indication at the minute. I'd like an indication right now. This is a good time to talk about indication. There we go. So Fenn-Bacon has a slight advantage over Dylan Keogh, but it's far easier to gain points in the chase position. So Dylan can make up quite a lot. So much wheels in. Wow!
Fenn-Bacon
look at the initiation from Dylan Keogh as he makes another dive on the side of James Fenn-Bacon's car. They come down through the centre section now. Is he going to make another dive into He does! Contact! Contact between the two cars. Oh, sending James Fenn-Bacon off. Now, was that because James Fenn-Bacon was? So was Dylan just a little bit too aggressive. That was very difficult to tell. There's so much going on.
Dylan definitely made a crazy dive.
Right, let's have a look. We need to have a look at this replay and have a look at it slowly. Just going to pause just for a second. No, I think Fenn-Bacon was going well. Fenn-Bacon was going well. I think that was a little bit over aggression from Dylan. Such a shame. That's not how we want to see a battle to end. Big impact from that. That's going to have caused some damage between the two cars. I'll just have a little bit of a conversation. I don't see any fists, so that's good.
No. Normally when they throw the helmet on the ground and start running at each other, that's when you get excited.
But no. I'm just checking over and making sure both the cars.
Yeah, just making sure, you know, nothing's leaking, there's no damage, so if the cars do drive off track, that it's safe and obviously it doesn't corrupt the track.
Yes. Also, James Fenn-Bacon's bumper being returned to him, or probably just put in the middle of the track for now. So we'll see. So that is confirmed. The winner is James Fenn-Bacon, with Dylan Keogh making a very large mistake and just being far too aggressive.
Yeah, just a little bit too aggressive in that dive. If he had held it, I'm sure it would have been a different result.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
But unfortunately, you can't crash into the lead car.
No. Well, not on purpose, anyway.
Not on purpose. No. You can tip it. It's okay.
Little touch.
Little rub.
Little kiss. So we'll get those cars off track. Fenn-Bacon's car hopefully does still move. Dylan's does, for sure.
This does definitely, yep.
And, whilst we're waiting for those to come off the track, I'm going to do a little bit of a shout out to Kirsty Ruddock, who is watching on the bank today. She is 32 years old and loves everything about drifting.
Happy birthday, Kirsty. Look at you, Mike. You're such a nice guy. I just pretend I don't see the messages to see them.
Well, James Fenn-Bacon's car limping off the
Yeah,
track.
look at the back wheel, it doesn't look the best.
It doesn't look good, so hopefully they can get that sorted because he is through into the top 16. But up now we have Adam Simmons and Nerigis.
This is going to be crazy. Did you find out what the noise was?
Yes, he had a boost leak.
There you go.
Had a boost leak and it was just screaming.
Fingers crossed that the boost leak was fixed, I think is what he's saying.
Yeah, I think so. He was saying there's a lot of problems with this car and they are fighting, they're putting out fires, was I believe the term. But not literally, but you know, in a mechanical sense.
Yeah, there's little incidents on that place.
So
Adam Simmons though is a man that's on it today, so Nerigis has a little bit of work.
Yeah, definitely Adam Simmons on point today. That little car.
Oh, it just looks so cool, doesn't it? Like,
yeah, it's flying. Let's see. Track marshal just checking over. I don't know whether there might be a little bit of debris on the track or something that they need to check out from the Fenn-Bacon incident. Well, I like that, sounds good. The Fenn-Bacon incident.
Fenn-Bacon incident. My favourite instance. Well, bacon.
Oh no, it seems all good, and they are off. So Adam Simmons in the lead with a massive flick. Now as Nerigis dives on to the side, very smoky from Adam Simmons. Nerigis seems a bit wobbly behind him.
Yeah, he's a little bit twitchy, but he's sitting back to let Adam do the transitions. He's not getting boxed in like the judges warned, but Adam is putting down a perfect lead run here.
Yeah. Nerigis though making a dive here and there and getting in onto the side of the car. Going to try and climb up now as they come through the last corner. Has he got the pace to keep up? He does. Sticks it on the rear quarter of Adam Simmons, and they cross the line.
Nerigis' proximity was kind of a bit in, out, you know. So
he was just feeling it, just sort of feeling his way, and just sort of, you know, I can go there if I want to, but
will I?
Will I? Won't I? Will I? Won't I?
He flips a coin to decide if he should or not.
Yeah.
Then he does it.
So yeah, lovely a battle there for those two drivers. Not too many mistakes from either of them. We could see a little bit more consistency from Nerigis.
Yeah. I think at this point now, especially with the grid we have here today, you need to be committed.
Yeah,
from the start.
every single battle needs
especially
to
when you're up against Adam Simmons. He's BDC veteran, he is.
He is. How many years has he been?
Oh man, Adam Simmons has been around as long as I've followed the championship anyways.
Right, I'm going to swap them around. Nerigis having a very slight advantage being in the chase position, that would be from the proximity, but Adam can make it all up now. We'll see a conservative entry from Nerigis there, but Adam Simmons following suit. We make a dive onto the side of Nerigis' cars, a little bit of proximity there. I was hoping he'd sort of close it up a little bit. Nerigis, very nice line, and now Adam Simmons making the dive onto the side of Nerigis' corner. Around the last corner as Nerigis flicks around, comes right through clip 6 and clip 7, but Adam Simmons is right with him. Can he keep the proximity as he come over the line? He can. Just losing it a little bit there at the end though.
It's a very good run from both guys, but yeah, Adam a little bit closer in the chase position maybe.
It was more
consistent.
Yeah, it was a more consistent proximity. I think Nerigis might have got closer at times, but.
So if you see, our judge's power bar is actually indicating a slight advantage to Adam Simmons.
Yeah, and will that stay the case? They've yet to make their decision and confirm it to us. Well, let's see what the judges think. I think Adam Simmons might have just pipped it on this one.
I think just he was consistently closer, basically. That's the best way of putting it.
Yeah, it was consistent. It was
Nerigis might have been closer at times, but then he was further away at other times. Where Adam was, you know, the same consistency all the time. But we're just mere commentators, Mike. We keep saying that. Turns out we actually have got a lot of things wrong so far this weekend.
Yes, definitely yesterday.
Oh yeah, yesterday was not good at all. Every prediction I did was wrong. So the judges are obviously having a good discussion about this one.
I know we've got 2 light bars, so 2 judges have made their decision, and it is confirmed. Adam Simmons takes the win against Nerigis, and Nerigis off. Unfortunately, that is the end of his competition. Up now we have Louis Edwards versus Luke Barker. Louis Edwards, just another little shout out just very quickly. Louis Edwards' Nana is coming along today, and to cheer him along, and good luck from all of the Drift fam. Thank Julie Robinson for that shout out there.
No. There you go.
And we have Luke Barker in the chase position. Luke Barker finding it very difficult this weekend, struggling to get to grips with that car.
His car doesn't seem to be working 100% this weekend, so hopefully on the break the guys have got the issue sorted in it. But
Oh, wheel
Louis just
drop from
dropping a wheel.
Louis. That's going to hurt his points. Luke Barker sticking with him on the side of Louis Edwards' car. Is he going to make the dive now into 4? He does make a dive. He's look, he's then touching the rear quarter of Louis Edwards' car, but makes a massive mistake and over rotates straightens. Louis Edwards still on a good line as they come through that corner, but Luke Barker made a big mistake there, a big over rotation. I don't think Louis Edwards shut him down. I think that was just a mistake from Luke Barker.
It just looked like whatever happened coming through 4, it seemed like he just slowed up dramatically, Mike.
Yeah.
Whether, I don't know if it was like a turbo lag scenario or something like that, I'm not 100% sure.
I don't know whether, maybe he got it in the wrong gear and then gave him a clutch kick and too much wheel speed, snaps onto angle.
You just never know, like, there's so many things that could go wrong at one time.
So look, Louis Edwards drops a wheel here, but I don't think it really affects his lead line too much. And let's have a look. Does he close the gap up down here? No. He's nice and wide, very wide. Doesn't cut the track at all. So yeah, transitions exactly where he's meant to. And Luke Barker, unfortunately, that is a mistake on his part.
So all the pressure's on Luke Barker now.
Yeah. So when we have Luke Barker will lead out now. Louis Edwards. And we'll wait for the track marshal to give us the go-ahead. Does look like Louis Edwards has a slight advantage going into the chase position. I imagine if he does a standard Louis thing, that will creep back across.
One place you want Louis to be, especially when he has an advantage, that's in the chase position.
Exactly. So
he'll stick it to the back of that GT86 now.
Look, Luke Barker seems to be driving away from Louis Edwards at the minute. Louis Edwards now really needs to make a dive on the side. He's cutting the track to try and keep up with Luke Barker. Luke Barker's car's flying round the corner.
Back in the fight again.
Yeah, he's trying to make a dive now. Luke Barker cut the track just a little bit. Louis Edwards has shut the car down.
In nearly the exact same position. I think the difference there, Mike, is, as you see, the power bar is dramatically gone in Luke's favour, but Luke, even though he over-rotated, but he kept it going. He tried to keep it going. He straightened and kept going.
Yeah,
Louis to me looked like he just retired and drove out there. Now, whether it's a diff or a shaft scenario or something like that, I'm not sure. But very uncharacteristic for Louis Edwards.
Yeah, so as Louis Edwards' car broken down, he hasn't made it to the over the end of the track. Is he coming along now? Or has he stopped in the track? We can't see.
Yeah, very interesting now. I want to see a replay. I wonder what happened there to Louis, because...
Did he just shut it down? Did he break a shaft? I mean, you come around 4, that's a braking zone, and then you back on the power again through 5.
So you do your transition and then big clutch kick maybe to get it back on? I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure.
Maybe he broke something doing that. Wow. We shall see. I wait for him to clear the track. Can we get a view of Louis'
Can we get a
car?
replay and just see what happened?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe not.
Well, there we go. It's confirmed. Luke Barker takes the win, and I think I just saw the top of a recovery truck past the screen there, so I assume Louis Edwards needs towing off the track.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate for Louis, but I'm sure he'll be back to fight for the next round. So
Can
if
we
this
see
was
a
like,
replay? I really want to see a replay.
I'd like to know what happened. A little bit more information, you know. I feel like we're on an island here. We're just watching what everyone at home's watching. We can't tell the people at home what's going on if we don't know what's going on, Mike.
Luke Barker leaving the track, and we will get Louis Edwards covered as soon as possible. We'll move on to our next battle here. So there we go. Louis Edwards stuck in the track. Not going. Well, we have no idea what's wrong with the car at the minute. Track staff going as quick as they can to get that car off.
Because they want to keep the show moving on.
Yeah, that is true. Up next, we have Caldwell versus Callum Marshall
in that borrowed car. So Callum would rather be going against Ryan in his own car now than B36. Or, sorry, B46.
So we were meant to have Dwayne McKeever and Martin Wannacott up next, but we've just heard through the voice in my ears that Dwayne McKeever has called a 5-minute rule.
Dwayne McKeever's called a 5-minute rule?
Dwayne McKeever has called a 5-minute rule just before his battle. So, must have found something wrong with the car as he was lining up.
Yeah.
Or, I don't know whether he did the burnout or not, I didn't see. Maybe he broke something in the burnout box.
Yeah.
We have seen that happen.
We have seen that, and we've seen it happen a lot this weekend, Mike.
Yeah. So, Ryan Caldwell versus Callum Marshall up now. Callum Marshall in a borrowed car. Or Callum Marshall's going to have to pedal that car. It's
and Ryan Caldwell's going to have to slow down.
Yes. Yeah. Callum Marshall on a quite a large power disadvantage going into
He's used to having a bit more power, believe it or not.
Yeah. So Ryan Caldwell to lead. Callum Marshall going as fast as he can to hope to keep up with Ryan Caldwell as he flicks it in. Callum Marshall dives in before. A good job on the entry to try and keep up. It looks like Callum Marshall now is just going to put the hammer down and drive away from Callum Marshall sticking on that line. But yeah, there's just no answer for the speed of Ryan Caldwell. Callum Marshall now dropping wheels, desperately trying to keep up with Ryan Caldwell, driving away with this. Callum Marshall.
Yeah, Callum's doing all he can to try and get that entry around and keep momentum, but
he just doesn't have the car, does he?
We're looking at an S15 like Ryan Caldwell.
Yeah, it's not the fairest of battles,
no,
but
it's
I
not.
mean,
Look,
he was in the show and he was
qualified and he'll get some championship points, but
yeah,
just unfortunate.
Now we've got to see Ryan Caldwell stay behind Callum Marshall now.
Could all change very quickly.
Yeah, we've seen lots of drivers make big mistakes behind a slower car, so we will see. It kind of shows like how good a driver is if they can stay behind a slow car and not mess up.
Because you're nearly doing the whole run on the front brakes.
Yes.
So you're trying to keep the car moving forward, but slowing down again.
Yeah, you've got to keep drifting. Because as soon as you stop drifting, that's it.
That's
0 points.
Yeah. They're just sitting there waiting to get 0.
Yeah. Callum Marshall to lead Ryan Caldwell in the chase position. Yeah, Ryan Caldwell.
Ryan just holding back, just let me suss this out for the first 2 corners to see what's happening. But as soon as he puts the foot down, it doesn't take long for him to close up the gap. Callum's doing all he can in the left 3 to try and, put the ultimate qualifying line in. But
that's it.
It's like Ryan's just playing with a toy here. He's just following around. Yeah, you keep going there, man. I'll follow you.
Both straight and a rear contact. Callum Marshall shut the car down and Ryan Caldwell had nowhere to go.
I think Ryan just
there was a bit of a
out.
straightening before that as well.
I think what happened was Callum straightened and then Ryan had nowhere to go but straighten up and just kicked into the back of him. But
did Callum break something, or why did he shut the car down? Why did he just stop in the middle of the track? It's difficult to tell. But Ryan Caldwell, regardless, gets the win in the top 32, and that is the end of the day for Callum Marshall. But a very strange thing to do, just stop drifting in the middle of the track without a mechanical problem.
I'm sure, there more than likely is a mechanical problem to it. Like, Callum's not just going to stop and like, I'm done and give up in the middle of a run. He's not that sort of guy. So, yeah, luckily the cars didn't make contact too heavy, and we still have 2 cars left. So now we have a return in Dwayne McKeever.
So we are back with Dwayne McKeever now, but apparently Dwayne McKeever is going to do this run without any power steering. There's no power steering.
What could possibly go wrong? And Martin Wannacott. This was a year ago, 2 years ago. This was like a final battle here now.
Yeah.
Martin's just back with a fresh build. He was only finished like the other day.
Yeah.
His first runs was in pro practice yesterday, so.
Yeah, they've just got.
I'd say he's just delighted to be here, and then of all people to line up beside to test his new build against Dwayne.
Yeah, Dwayne McKeever. A few teething problems, as you always do. As soon as you build a new car,
never build a
little teething problems for Dwayne McKeever. Throwing it in a little bit of a tentative throw in for Dwayne McKeever. They're having no power steering at all. Martin Wannacott now diving onto the rear quarter of Dwayne McKeever as they come down the straight. You can see Dwayne McKeever fighting with the steering, but Martin Wannacott's not letting him go as they come round the final corner. Martin Wannacott going to try and make a dive here. He's in the middle of the track to gain some proximity, and he does dive on the rear quarter of Dwayne McKeever as they come round the final clipping point and over the line.
Wow. Maybe Martin Wannacott's new build might be
that's just
working a bit better than expected.
Suddenly started working, brilliant.
Maybe he was just underselling it, going, oh, it's just threw together and there's a load of issues, but really he has a perfect car.
Yeah. There we go. See, just here, Martin Wannacott's in the middle of the track, but he's close enough to cut the track to gain some proximity. But then from here he stamps on the power and stays with Dwayne McKeever all the way across the line.
Yeah, Dwayne has a little bit of work cut out for him in the chase position. As we could see, he was struggling small with that power steering issue.
Yeah, so Martin Wannacott having a reasonable sized advantage going into the second part of this battle. This is not something we expected to see, Mike.
No, definitely not now. We seen his battle earlier and we kind of thought it would be the other way around, so it's interesting to see what Dwayne does, but big entry from Martin.
Yeah,
Dwayne is stuck there with him. Gives him a little bit of room to transition into 2. He puts the power back in. Martin is a little bit short.
Oh, very wide from Dwayne McKeever. A massive mistake from Dwayne McKeever, but dives.
Huge mistake
back
for Dwayne.
onto the rear quarter.
He's not as he can do when he stick that car there to try and force a mistake.
Yes, Mike Wannacott's nice and wide, but Dwayne McKeever's right with him. Dwayne McKeever. Maybe that steering just caught him up, but he's now right on the rear quarter of Martin Wannacott.
Did we just see the upset of the day here, Mike? In the top 32.
That power bar is dead in the middle. I saw mistakes from Dwayne McKeever, and Martin Wannacott didn't make as many mistakes.
Okay, Dwayne was closer for the first half of the battle, but but you can see Ian there, or Marshall, giving the results, is doing the international steering problem signal with his hands. So I wonder, did it just get stuck on lock or what?
And it's a one more time.
One more time. Okay.
Martin Wannacott one more time against Dwayne McKeever in the top 32.
Dwayne will definitely be going to the pits to have a quick look at that power steering issue.
Because this is a huge shake-up.
Can we just see that middle section? Here it is again. Very,
it's so wide.
It's like the car didn't steer back, and maybe he was trying, he didn't go near 3 at all. Brilliant dive, of course, from Dwayne to get on the door, but I'm excited to see that one again, Mike.
Yeah. So up now we have Jamie Stanton versus Dan Tyler. Dan Tyler not driving as well as we saw him drive yesterday.
Jamie Stanton is on fire.
And Jamie Stanton's absolutely on fire. So what will we see today? A massive entry from Jamie Stanton. Beautiful. Dan Tyler giving a little bit of room.
What a dive by Dan!
Right on the side of Jamie Stanton's car. They come down the centre of the track. Jamie Stanton on a lovely line, but Dan Tyler really bringing it to him now. Jamie Stanton's very wide. Dan Tyler right on the rear corner. Another dive.
Another huge
dive on the side of Jamie Stanton's car. They come flying around the last corner. He's glued to the rear quarter of Jamie Stanton's car.
Touching the corner with his wing going all the way around.
Dan Tyler is back.
Whatever happened, maybe.
That is what. There we go. Dan Tyler's there. He's back. He's on. Sorry about earlier.
Yesterday's celebrations and the shaky head this morning. Obviously, he's got over that, and the Dan Tyler we know is back. What a chase from him. Wow. Jamie Stanton has a lot to do in the chase position.
Jesus,
all right, Mike. All right. Woo. Calm down a bit now. Calm down. It's early days. Look at this for a dive.
Dive is just absolutely incredible. Look. Just cuts the track slightly and bang. Straight on the corner. Look here. There.
I thought at that point, I was like, that's it. The 2 of them are gone.
He just manages just to hold it just off. Oh, it's incredible driving from Dan Tyler. But Jamie Stanton on a beautiful lead line.
It's
just
definitely pushing your car to the limits with doing dives like that.
Yeah. Yeah, Jamie Stanton on a lovely lead line, just giving Dan Tyler all the opportunity to jump on, and he took full advantage of that, didn't he? Wow. Swap them around. Dan Tyler to lead. Jamie Stanton has some work to do.
So yeah, slight advantage to Dan Tyler after the first half of that battle. It's still though, I can rule out Jamie Stanton with the way he's driving today. If we see big flick from Dan, Jamie's tucking in there nicely. Dan's a little bit shallow, mid-track maybe, but Jamie hangs back, lets Dan push out wide to the edge of the track, dives in on top of him. It's not the best lead run from Dan Tyler, but Jamie's just doing all he can to follow it.
Yeah, look at this dive now as he comes.
Still mid-line for Dan. Like Jamie, big dive from Jamie. He's going to tuck in for the last half of this battle. Dan is not out on that outside line like the judges asked him to be, but Jamie is doing anything he can to answer what he's given.
Yeah, Jamie Stanton. Not the smoothest lead line. I don't know what's up with his line today. He's just struggling with this track. Jamie Stanton.
Jamie is celebrating in that car, so I think maybe he thinks.
Yeah.
Or he's just like, you know what? that was just good fun drifting.
Yeah. Jamie Stanton very smooth around the track, and just kept a nice consistent proximity to Dan Tyler the whole way round. But it looks like Jamie Stanton, according to the power bar, looks like he has advantage at the minute with Dan Tyler, that lead run.
I think Jamie would have had a better lead in a chase where Dan's lead,
yeah,
it was sketchy.
It was a little bit sketchy. Well, wait, the judges are making a decision. They're obviously having to think about this one.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, Jamie Stanton takes the win, ladies and gentlemen. And I just want the judges just to talk us through that, please, if you don't mind.
Yeah, so we had a really good battle then. The lead line was a lot better from Jamie Stanton. Dan Tyler's chase had more aggression, but he did cut the circuit in quite a few places. So we felt that Jamie Stanton had done enough to get the win.
And there we go.
I love this sticker on the back of Steve McConnell's car.
Financial
We
mistake.
can all relate to that, Mike.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, we can. Financial mistake.
So we have Stephen McConnell, the current pro championship leader at the minute, against Stephen Fitzgerald in a brand new car.
Stephen's still getting terms with the new car, but he's getting better and better with every run, and that's a huge initiation for both guys.
Yeah,
see
nice
a small bit of a
initiation
gap.
for
Stephen's
McConnell.
just sitting back there. Let Stephen do his transition. Now Steve McConnell is just pulling away.
Can Stephen Fitzgerald make a dive on the back of McConnell's car?
It's just
going to have to make
the same proximity, really, isn't it? He's not.
Yeah, but it's not
closing that gap.
Yeah, but it's not that close. It makes a dive now and almost gets himself tucked up before he comes over there. Yeah, Fitzgerald in the complete wrong part of the track. Steve McConnell on a good lead line at
Denies it after years.
yeah, it is a hell of a noise.
It's a hell of a noise. Yeah, as we see it.
Yeah, McConnell's a little bit shallow there just after clip 2.
He also has a bit of a straight in here now, just coming up to clip 7. What's
he drops a wheel here.
And then it pulls him out a bit. Look at the front wheels.
Yeah, and a bit straight, but
Steve Fitzgerald did very well not to come in contact with him. You see, he just held back a little bit, just to let him come back.
Stephen
out further.
Fitzgerald was on completely the inside of the track. I almost think he got himself tucked up there. That's a difficult one. I'm glad I'm not a judge.
Yeah, definitely glad I'm not a judge. Even though we sit here and play judge.
Yeah, we just pretend judges. So Stephen McConnell having a slight advantage now going into the second part of this battle, where we have Fitzgerald to lead, McConnell to chase in. That a big flick entry
from
from
Steve Fitzgerald. Steve McConnell, look at him, tucking right in behind him, not letting him get away. His spotter must have been on. Oh, he's very shallow there.
Yeah, he's cutting the track massively as McConnell to keep up with Stephen Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald in now. McConnell going to try and make a dive. Is he going to make a dive in the second part of this track? He needs to close the gap up now. Stephen Fitzgerald in a very wide line. McConnell's in the middle of the track. Doesn't get himself tucked up like Fitzgerald did as they come round the final corner flying. There's a little bit of little gap in between the car as they come over the line though.
We would like seeing a bit more proximity from Steve McConnell, but
yeah,
I think he might have just done enough over the 2 runs to get the job done.
Yeah, I think he has.
2 amazing looking cars, aren't they?
Just having a quick look at the dive here. Stephen McConnell cuts the track an awful lot here to keep up.
See him stamping on the front brakes to make sure he tucked in nice and tight behind him.
And then he cuts the track again there. And then makes another dive, but he doesn't really sort of dive. And McConnell was really cutting the track, so it'll be interesting. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the judges think about this.
I think our judges are not going to have an easy day today.
No,
this is top 32. It's only going to get harder.
Yeah, it's under review at the minute, so the judges are having.
So under review, what that basically means is the judges have a lot of extra camera angles that we don't have on the live stream. So they can sit there themselves going through, I want to see this, I want to see that, slow it down, speed it up. They can look at the same section 10 times in a row if they want. So that's what under review means for everyone sitting at home.
Well, I mean, that's the politically correct version. What's actually happening?
They're having a huge fight.
They're having a massive argument in the tower.
Yeah. We need to get like an octagon for the next round of BDC, just so the commentators, oh, there we go.
Oh, there we go.
Yep.
They say Steve
Steve
McConnell
gets
takes the win. And I think we are going to have to go back to the judges again to see why that is the case. if they're finished arguing and they can find the right button to press. And they thought I was bad with the button.
Sorry, guys, we were just having a few technical issues. Buttons are difficult. So, yeah, it was a really, really even battle, and it was actually a split decision in the end. I was at one more time. My two colleagues were just on the side of Mcconnell. And it was really down to just a couple of very, very minor errors where they were offline through 4. Stephen was a little straight through the outside of Luna in his chase position, and Mcconnell was a little bit cleaner.
Brad, they're both called Stephen. Which one is that?
Oh yeah, my bad, sorry.
You're alright, man.
Oh, it's never easy.
Okay, alright, I think we get the gist of what you mean.
He still didn't tell us which Stephen, so we'll just assume.
Fitzgerald was straighter through
right,
Luna.
thank you.
Sorry, my bad.
Thank you very much, Brad. Thank you for that. Right, let's move on very quickly to Connor Shanahan and Martin Cowley, who is our next battle. Martin Cowley, I've seen him be very, very fast in the past.
Martin Cowley he's a returning Martin Cowley this weekend.
Yes.
He hasn't been here this season.
No.
He's been very, very good since he's returned, and then the last run before qualifying, as you can see on the run in the nice trail of all the oil grains, he left most of the oil from his engine there. So hopefully there's no issues. He did get a score on the board to get him into the battles, and then he gets Connor Shanahan, Mike.
Yes.
Mike.
Whoa, what weekend.
What a weekend to come back to drifting.
Come on, I just need a little break.
Maybe I should have just stayed at home.
Just a little break. We never know, you never know.
No.
I mean, Wannacott and Dwayne McKeever.
Yeah.
Going one more time in a minute. Stephen Fitzgerald's car has broken down.
It looks like we won't be able to send the cars off the line until we get that car recovered, as it's in the end of the run and the cars are going very fast in that area.
That is a sign.
Oh, no, Toby thinks it's okay, so we're sending them on.
Maybe that's not in the area that we think it is.
Yeah,
that might be
could have been a different part of the track completely.
Okay, Connor Shanahan to lead, Martin Cowley to chase. A nice line from Connor Shanahan, taking it a little bit easy, not going quite as wild. And Martin Cowley doing an excellent job to keep up. Will he get lost in the smoke now? He does get lost in the smoke, doesn't make a transition as nicely as he should do. As they come round into the final corner, Martin Cowley now trying to make a dive. Connor Shanahan just having the legs on him as he comes round the final corner, and a massive gap as Martin Cowley just cannot keep up.
Martin
with
Cowley,
Connor Shanahan.
Yeah, he couldn't keep up, and Connor didn't put foot wrong. Just tick the boxes all the way around.
Yeah,
A lines everywhere. Yeah, it's a hard battle for Martin. And now he's Connor in the chase.
Yeah, Martin's got to do. He's got to do a hell of a lot to hold this together against Connor Shanahan. But we have seen stranger things have happened. This is drifting, and we have seen some.
When you build a car to do what a car is not designed to do, it doesn't usually work out all of the time.
No.
So anything can happen at any moment.
Yeah, and Connor was having some steering problems as well just before they went into the battle. So the car was up in the air and all the team were underneath it. So, well, hopefully they seem to have got that sorted. But we'll take a look. Nice entry there from Martin Cowley. But yeah, Connor Shanahan tucking up into the rear quarter.
You can see the experience of Connor already. Like he sat back, dive on top of him. Look, just let Martin change his direction in front of him, but Connor's there waiting to get back in as close as possible.
Look at the brake light illuminated. Look how close Connor is to the back of Martin Cowley's car, and he's just dancing there. Look at the brake light just flashing on and off every so often, just going, I could go a bit faster if I need to. And then they cross the line side by side. Drifting chase masterclass there by Connor Shanahan. Yeah. Well done.
It's just chasing 101 with Connor Shanahan. Yeah.
I know.
He actually has a course on this. He teaches it if you want to join and learn a few tips.
Martin Cowley with a good lead line there.
Yeah, you can have a good chase without a good lead. So there's nothing wrong with Martin's lead, but just unfortunate he got lost in the smoke in the first battle, and I'd say that's going to be the difference.
Yeah. So let's get that confirmed.
So our judges are swaying with the advantage of Connor Shanahan on our power bar.
Yeah. And there we go. It is confirmed. Connor Shanahan takes the win. And unfortunately, Martin Cowley, that is the end of his weekend. A valiant effort from Martin Cowley. So up next, we have Kevin Kilgariff.
No. Damn it. You were doing so well this morning. Kilgariff.
Yeah.
He says in his commentary info he actually... I'm not going to actually change things on the laptop because the whole event could be cancelled there. And we've got Kevin up against Archie. Yeah, I don't know. Kevin's the pro driver, but I'd be favouring Archie in this one because he is just on it this weekend.
Yeah, so consistent. They come around the first corner.
Look at Archie tucking in there nicely behind him. Kevin is on a good lead line, but Archie, closing up the gap, sticking with him. Look at the black smoke, Mike. It just catches me every time. What a dive by Archie.
That's
as
a
he
massive
pushes
dive.
Kevin around clip 4.
Huge dive by Archie. Huge dive again now. He finds himself door on door as they come round the final corner. It's just nailed to the rear quarter of Kevin's car. They come across the line. Archie Harmer, he drives like an experienced driver.
He is an experienced driver. But he's just an experienced driver at 15 years of age.
How can you be an experienced driver at 15 years of age?
I'm going to come back to this simulator theory. Archie's one of these guys that's consistently online playing games like Assetto Corsa and that. And it clearly works, Mike. Yeah, he's doing the same line all weekend. So.
Yeah. I mean, consistency is key, and it's got him very far in his competition. Turn him around.
Not only that, he's come a long way. Like, he's only started competition with drifting like 2 years ago, he was telling me, and one of them years was COVID, so not much happened in that year.
Yeah.
So, look how far he's
so
come.
how is he experienced? It's not possible.
We'll go have a chat with him after.
He's just magic.
It's witchcraft.
Here we go, Archie Harmer now to lead as the camera gets covered in a massive cloud of smoke by Kevin's car, and look at the line from Archie Harmer, but Kevin right on the rear quarter making a dive, nearly gets himself tucked up. Is he going to make another dive? Archie Harmer, a mistake from Archie Harmer, who were just saying how he doesn't make mistakes. A big mistake from Archie Harmer now, and Kevin taking advantage of that, takes another dive as they transition round to the last corner. Can he close up the gap as they come across the line? Oh no, Kevin just getting lost now a little bit. Archie Harmer drives away. Oh.
Right.
So a mistake from Archie Harmer, an uncharacteristic mistake.
If you've done how many laps over 3 days around this track and dropped one wheel once, then, you know, it's okay. We'll let him off with that one.
I know, but it's shocking because he doesn't do it. So
he doesn't do it, and it's just not to be expected.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just it here.
That's it.
So we see a very, very slight advantage to Archie. Like, very slight.
Yes. Just about over there, so we need the judges to confirm whether that is their final decision or whether they are going to make any more changes. Nope, that is their final decision. Archie Harmer takes the win. And top 32 here at Three Sisters, and unfortunately...
Go on, one last time for everyone in Ireland.
Kilgareth.
Yes! Well done.
So that was a close one, that one, boys. And another split decision in the tower, where we had Archie having a not insignificant amount of advantage in run 1, and in run 2, Kevin made a great chase into 1 and 2, probably a little bit stronger than Archie's, and then unfortunately Archie made a mistake coming out of 2, which was bringing it back to her one more time. And then he managed to just get a little bit of a gap through Luna, which was enough for 2 of us to swing it in his favour.
Okay, well, there you go. That is the judge's decision explained.
Right, so moving on to the next battle, we've got Robbie Burgoyne and Carl Ferrara.
Yes, Carl Ferrara hitting all the clips because it's impossible for him not to hit.
It's actually harder for him not to hit a clip with the length of that yoke.
There you go, a nice smooth entry from Robbie Burgoyne. Carl Ferrara. And making a dive now on the side of Robbie Burgoyne's car. I thought Robbie Burgoyne was going to drive off with this, but Carl Ferrara keeping up very well now.
Carl Ferrara doing a very good job.
Yeah, they come down into 4. Big dive from Carl Ferrara right on the rear corner of Robbie Burgoyne. Got himself a little bit caught up there, but can he make up? He cuts the track slightly to get on the rear quarter of Robbie. Robbie now driving away. Can Carl Ferrara come and scrabble it back? Gains a bit of proximity over the end.
Yeah. That chase was that long, Mike, you couldn't stop it.
Yeah.
It just kept wanting to go sideways. Little bit straight coming in there to 4.
But he does make a good dive on the side of Robbie's car.
Did he cut too much of the track to get the proximity back, though? That's my question.
A valid question.
A valid question.
A very valid question.
No one will probably answer it for me. No one tells us anything, but we tell everyone everything, apparently.
We'll swap them around. Lead out one this time. I think if Robbie Burgoyne does a nice smooth chase, Caldwell had a good lead line earlier, so I think if Robbie just
stays with him,
yeah, just gives it a nice consistent gap between them. Let's have a look at this replay. So
little straight, just that second.
Oh, it's only just a straighten though, wasn't it?
At this level though, Mike, you can't have only just a straighten.
Nice lead line from Robbie Burgoyne though. Very nice. Yeah, and let Caldwell just... I don't know if he gains proximity over the end. Anyway, we are off again at Robbie Burgoyne. Will now lead out Caldwell. Caldwell looks like he's got a little bit of an advantage going out. Sorry, Caldwell to lead out Robbie Burgoyne. Caldwell, nice wide. It looks big, that car on the track.
It is big, Mike.
Robbie Burgoyne not having the proximity at all, makes to make a big dive on the side of Caldwell's car now, but he's just not doing it. He's going to make the dive around the last corner. He does. He scrubs up and closes the gap nicely as they come around the last corner through clips 7 and clip 8. It's a lot closer at the end, but I fear the lack of proximity at the start of that may be his downfall.
He got into it in the second half of the battle, but just wasn't really there from the start.
Oh, but that power bar is sat right in the middle again.
They're two very similar runs, both their lead and chase, you know, like in comparison. So it'll be interesting to see what way the judges will go in this one. But
giving each other a little hug there. Very colour coordinated to their cars as well. I like it.
Yeah, that's a big part of it. You're still got to match your car.
And it goes one more time, so the judges could not pull a could not make a decision between those two drivers, and it will go one more time. Up next, we have Stefan Stefanov.
They're making it hard for us today, guys.
Yeah, it looks like it.
So that last run, Caldwell had better proximity generally over the whole run. Robbie really just didn't bring the fight in his chase, but Carl made a mistake in clip 4, which was enough to sort of undo the small advantage that he had. Hence, we're going to see them again.
Okay, so there we go. And now we have up next one more time, the other one more time, Dwayne McKeever versus Martin Wannacott.
We're happy got the steering issues fixed in that 180 SX, or is Dwayne just going to go pull out the steering wheel again and fight his way through it?
I mean, I've seen Dwayne McKeever just ratchet strap a car into third gear, the gear stick literally into third gear.
Do you remember that round? His clutch broke, his gearbox broke, just everything broke. Yeah,
I took the diff out of my car
that and gave it to
put
him.
it in his car.
I was the track manager at that time, believe it or not. Now look at us, we're here commentating.
There we go. Right, Dwayne McKeever to lead, Martin Wannacott to chase. Dwayne McKeever shuts the car down, doesn't enter.
What?
Something under review. Maybe did someone jump the lights? Was
it a false start?
Yeah, maybe a false start.
Yeah.
Could we have? Do we have false starts?
Brad is definitely going to tell us that one.
There are no false starts in BDC.
Then what is going on, Brad?
While you're there.
I know as much as you do. I can imagine it's probably a technical issue on Dwayne's car.
Okay. Okay. All right. Fair enough.
So as our marshals just find out, we see Kevin Quinn running over to see is there anything he can do. Probably
Kevin Quinn is not allowed to touch the car. As soon as Kevin Quinn touches that car, it's a 5-minute rule start.
Don't touch it, Kevin. He can't hear me.
You can look. He can look, but he can't touch anything.
I don't think touching the back bumper, like he's getting under to see, I'm going to assume is a drive shaft broke or something like that. Because why else would he be going to that area, Mike?
Yeah, well, this is true.
You're the technical one here.
I mean,
I don't know.
I can't smell what's wrong with the car. So I'm just using my eyes, and there doesn't appear to be anything wrong. So
from here, it looks great.
Let's go have a little chat. It'd be nice to hear this conversation.
Yeah.
Although I imagine there are some expletives. We could hear
a cleaner version.
Yeah, a clean version of this conversation now. That would be great.
Okay, so the information is now going to our tower, as we can see on telly. So if it goes to the tower, that means Brad's going to find out soon enough, and then Brad's going to tell us. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah, so, don't forget Dwayne has got no 5-minute rule because he's used it already. We're just waiting to find out what the issue is. But if it's a technical issue and he's not able to continue, then Mr. McKeever will be out.
This event is already showing some...
I've never seen Dwayne McKeever go out on a mechanical before. Like I say, I've seen him.
I've seen the brake cars before in a mid-run, all right. I've seen lots of that.
And, but still finish the run. I've never seen him not start the run through a technical fault.
Wannacott's going back to the pits, and there's a recovery truck there, so
it's definitely something
that
majorly
would tell
wrong.
me that Mr. McKeever. I don't want to say it out loud until I actually hear from someone. No, I'm not getting blamed for doing that.
Well, I think as far as the rules go, he has no more 5-minute rules.
And he can't drive the second half of the battle, so...
That's it. I believe Dwayne McKeever is out.
Technically, I'd love some confirmation from the judging tower.
Well, I think that's true.
Are we going with it? Are we going to tell everyone this?
I can't see any other reason. I can't see any other thing that... That's it. It is out.
The next guy's warming up, so... Big shake up there for the championship standings with Dwayne McKeever going out. Stephen Mcconnell, wherever he is, maybe has a slight little smile on.
Yeah, it's just a little...
just a little
on the
one.
edge of his mouth. Just a little tweak up.
I'm sure he'd love that battle, bro. So, as we move on
it
to
is
our
confirmed. Dwayne McKeever is out, and Wannacott did, in fact, win that battle due to Dwayne McKeever pulling out. He didn't make it to the start line for his second part of the battle, so that is it. He is out. Done.
There you have it.
Wow, this is a shake-up.
The first big shocker of today.
This is a massive shake-up.
Only getting started, Mike.
Yeah, and up now we have two very good-looking cars. Stefan Stefanov's S13, Clint Van Oort's S14.
They are very nice looking cars.
Yeah, look at them battle together. This is going to be...
Oh, what is going on down there? Clint is just still.
And no entry from Stefan Stefanov.
The man that has been gaining, just getting better and better as runs by run, but I don't know what happened there.
What's going on? Is it a broken shaft?
No, I think. Yeah, maybe it is a broken shaft, Mike. No.
Doesn't look like a broken shaft to me. No, both wheels are spinning nicely. What's going on, Mike?
There's gremlins down there, Mike, and they're just messing up our event.
What
and
is
I'm not
going
liking
on?
this. Stop stealing good battles from us.
No.
Have you two been playing with the cars again?
I haven't touched anything.
Brad, we're breaking computers today, not cars.
I only broke the computer once.
Twice.
Brad broke everything.
Brad
earlier.
broke the tower.
Yeah. It's not my fault. Okay, so we'll spin them around. Let's swap them around and hope that Stefan Stefanov can make the second part of this battle.
10-0 then to Clint after the non-first half of that battle.
Yeah, definitely. So Clint Van Oort is going to lead. He does indeed have a 10-0 advantage at the minute. Track Marshal just having a look underneath the back of Stefan Stefanov's car, see exactly what went wrong there.
It's just nice to know, make sure that the things are down.
Yeah.
Leaking fluids on a drift track just can ruin it for everyone, because if it's not spotted, the next battle will be affected by it, and God only knows what can happen. So
exactly, that's
one thing. It's a little bit precautious in BDC, but they always double check everything to make sure there's no leaks to get maximum track time for the drivers.
So we'll have it confirmed. Let's go. Clint Van Oort to lead out Stefan Stefanov. Clint Van Oort, a big entry from Clint there as Stefan Stefanov dives straight on the rear quarter of Clint's car. Stefanov, a very nice wide line. Look at that. Stefan Stefanov cutting the track slightly to keep up proximity, but he is close enough. Is he going to make a nice dive? A lovely dive.
Stefanov.
Yeah, lovely dive there from Stefanov. He's going to dive back onto the rear corner. He does.
Yes, he
Look
can.
at this dive.
Pushing that S14 around the corner.
Wow. Now this is the second half of the battle that we thought we were going to get in the first half.
We were robbed in the first half of this battle.
Why didn't that happen the first time round?
I don't know. Only Stefanov can answer that one for us.
And he will. I'll chase him down later.
I'll find you.
Demand answers. I mean, he still had to fight back a 10-0, which he was never going to do. So
you can only overturn a 10-0 with a 10-0, and both cars across the finish line.
Yeah, so the win there will go to Clint Van Oort. It is official. And Stefan Stefanov, unfortunately, that is the end of his day in a very odd way to end the day.
Yeah, you just don't want it to end like that.
No. And I hazard a guess that if that had worked, we might have seen a different result there.
Yeah, definitely. But the show must go on, Mike.
Indeed. Now we have two very powerful BMWs lining up on the track. Here's Vashgelis versus Leonard Keppert. And they lead the track of Vashgelis.
Look at the smoke of a Vashgelis' car in a straight line. That's just crazy.
Absolutely wild. Look how much Leonard Keppert is just getting lost in the smoke. He has no idea where he's going. And you can't really blame him trying to chase that. Look at the smoke. And look at the angle he manages to hold on to it. How did he hold on to that? That must have been a backwards entry from Vashgelis into clip 4. As he comes round the final part of the track, Leonard Keppert not really having an answer to the pace or anything that Vasquez
If anyone don't have an answer to that pace, because that is fast. Leonard is not slow by any means.
No. I know we're calling it a backwards entry, but it's not really an entry because he's already entered. It's more of a
backward corner.
Backwards drift, flicks in, and look at that. How did he stay on the track? It's like he let the clutch up.
No.
Such a precise
He let the clutch
moment.
up, and then he kicked it 2 times more just to make sure he stayed on the track.
That was just pinpoint perfect driving.
Yeah. When Armis is on a good day, it is a masterclass.
It is.
Yeah, it really is.
Absolutely fantastic. And E30 BMW as well. That thing's
so
like
cool.
1987, that thing
So
is.
cool.
And it's just so competitive in there.
Like a fine wine, it ages well.
It does age very well right now. Leonard Keppert is going to lead in on this.
Armis took it in behind him from the start. Leonard mid-track again, but Armis is right with him there, pushing out wide on the lead line from Leonard. But yeah, I don't think he can do whatever he wants, but he's not going to get away from Armis. Vashgelis, look at that dive in the chase position. Armis gives through the
dive. Wow!
Nice.
That was a massive dive from Vashgelis.
Leonard drops a wheel, a little bit of a straighten, but Armis doesn't come in contact. And they take off the finish line. That's a good chase from Armis. Very good.
Very good chase.
Very good chase from Armis.
Yeah.
That dive through the smoke there going into clip 6 was amazing.
He dived so quickly I thought he was going to make contact with him, but just managed to hold off somehow. It's like just...
It's like there's 2 magnets that kind of just push the cars away from hitting each other.
Oh, that was an amazing run by Vashgelis. And Vashgelis, it is confirmed, does take the win for that battle, and is the end of the day for Leonard Keppert. Just a masterclass of driving from Vashgelis there. It's just
insane.
Absolutely amazing. We're still in the top 32.
Yeah, I know. They just keep coming. So we're back to the one more time of Robbie Burgoyne and Carl Ferrar.
Yep.
Hopefully both guys can just tidy it up a small bit and we can get a nice clean battle here.
It was a bit of a battle of mistakes, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was
and we don't want to see a battle of mistakes.
No, we want to see a battle of drifting.
Drifting. They're all drifting, Mike.
I love drifting.
And a nice entry from Robbie Burgoyne. Carl Ferrar is right on his rear corner. It makes another dive. Wow, contact as they come around the second corner. But Robbie Burgoyne keeps his foot and it isn't turned at all. But what's going on with Carl Ferrar?
The front wheel and Carl doesn't look to be steering correctly. I wonder, did he damage in that bit of a contact there?
Has he damaged something, Robbie?
Maybe not. It looks fine though.
Yeah. Robbie Burgoyne flies over the line. It was it.
It's a big enough hit, like, do you know, a fair bit to both guys for keeping going.
Yeah, let's just see what happens down the straight. So, Carl Ferrar flicks this way and then understeers.
It didn't
manages
flip back.
to get it sort of back in line, but he almost stopped. and then just couldn't keep up with Robbie around the rest of the track, couldn't catch him. That was a bit of a weird manoeuvre from Carl Ferrar there. Just a little bit of maybe a mechanical problem. Did he nudge him a bit too hard? Yeah, Robbie Burgoyne just was unaffected. Just he took that hit and just was like, nah.
Most drivers in that scenario would have let go of the steering wheel and went off the track.
Yeah, which I don't
Robbie's
care.
like, no, hit me, come on, let's keep going, man.
I don't care, come on.
That's what we're here for. Love the commitment.
Carl Ferrar will lead out Robbie Burgoyne.
Come on. Come on.
Colgate is
just pulling the wing clear. I think his steering, he couldn't transition back because his wing is actually bent in.
Ah, do you reckon it just caught the wheel and wouldn't let the steering snap back?
See Colgate's there like just pulling, see the bottom of the wing back out.
He's putting his all into it.
Go on, go on.
Go on, Colgate, go on, pull as hard as you can.
Someone didn't have their Weetabix this morning.
The man, the muscles, the myth.
That's it. Did he manage to do it?
I don't know, the guys in the tower are telling him we're slagging him now, so he doesn't know what to do. He's just pretending he's all serious.
Yeah, I think he has managed to sort it out because they are off. Carl Ferrar now to lead out Robbie Burgoyne. Carl Ferrar has a lot of work to do.
Yeah,
After
look,
mistakes, he's not
able to turn that front wheel, Mike.
No, it's not steering anything like what he wants it to do. You can tell as he comes around the corner. Is he going to be able to snap it off lock? And this is going to be a dangerous part of the track. Will he manage to keep it under control? He manages to keep it under control. And Robbie Burgoyne, as well, is just keeping just a safe amount of proximity. He's a very, very clever drive here from Robbie Burgoyne. They come around the last part of the track. Is he going to make contact? They don't. As he comes over the line. Whoa.
Look, Carl was fighting that car from the minute he left the line there,
Yeah.
and it's actually a credit to him to get around the track.
I know, but Robbie Burgoyne, he played that very, very well. He just
stayed with him, but didn't touch him.
Yeah, just close enough.
I've seen some drivers this weekend not get around the track with working steering. Carl Ferrar could do it broken.
Yeah, and there we go. It's confirmed. Robbie Burgoyne takes the win. And that one more time in the top 32. And next up, we have Kevin Quinn,
Mr. Goodwood
versus
himself,
John Smith.
This, I think, is it's going to be a good test for John Smith. If it's good to have a roof or no roof, because he is going to follow a lot of smoke right now.
Yeah, I mean, will it just
go through the car?
Yeah, I think it just sort of blow through. But I don't know.
I don't know. We'll find out now, Mike.
We will.
It's
Most
the
certainly
perfect
will.
test. Why does he put me in the wind tunnel?
So Kevin Quinn to lead. Is going to be a big entry. Bigger entry
Oh,
for
nice,
Kevin
Kev.
Quinn than he did in his qualifying run. And John Smith not letting him get away, making a dive now as they come through the centre part of the track down the
nice
straight.
transition
There's
from
going to be a
John
big
Smith.
dive from John Smith. There is a huge dive on the side, but he gets himself tucked up. If he'd held on to that, that would have been absolutely awesome. Kevin Quinn, not the smoothest of lines from him either.
No, I think Kevin is just concerned of being fast.
Yeah.
And he's forgetting about this line thing.
Yeah.
But drifting's not a race, it's a judge sport.
Yeah.
So, you know, we do want a bit of speed in it, but we also want you on the correct line so you can get maximum points from the judges.
Yeah, so look, John Smith.
But at this point here, I was like, John Smith is in this, Mike. Like,
Yeah.
he is, like, there. I was like, he knows what he's doing.
He makes a huge dive here, but I don't know. I think
maybe just
I don't know,
he pulled over thinking
backed-
he was going to make contact.
Yeah, I think he was. Yeah, I think he just maybe shocked himself at how.
Kevin Quinn just drives across the grass because he went the
where am
wrong
I-
way.
Where am I going? I have no idea what's going on here. Is it this way? Is it that way?
Do you know what? No better
not-
man.
it's
No
not-
better man to get lost in a grid area. So as we switched them down, it is John to lead and Kevin to chase. Look at the back of that S15. It's just beautiful, isn't it?
It does look good. It's normally more polished than that. They've been a bit lazy on the cleaning this weekend.
No, I think it's just it was clean this morning. Where they're sitting in their trucks part, every wheel drop at clip 5
Yeah,
goes
that's
right
a-
on top of Kevin
that-
and Dwayne's cars.
That is a good point. Yeah.
Why are they waiting so
Right,
long?
we'll wait for the track marshal to give them the go. John Smith to lead out Kevin Quinn this time. And off they go. Big wheel spin from John Smith off the line. He knows he's got a lot to do to keep Kevin Quinn from behind him. Kevin Quinn right on the rear corner. of John Smith's car as they come round the second corner. Nice line from John Smith. Kevin Quinn just sticking with it. He's going to make a dive now. He does. He makes a dive onto the rear quarter of John Smith's car. Wow, as they return round. Swap around.
Transition,
thank you. Round to the last corner. Kevin Quinn is just stuck on the rear quarter of John Smith's car. Just not
that was
really.
a very good chase.
Yeah, a very good chase front.
I think he knew he didn't have to go that little bit too far, so he just played it safe. Now, he was very close, so safe enough is a fake statement. But
this is just where it's all gone wrong for John Smith.
A little bit of experience there for Kevin. He knew what to do in that scenario. So as we see, our judges have put the advantage to Kevin Quinn as we await the final confirmation, Mike.
Yeah. Let's see what the judges are saying. They do confirm Kevin Quinn takes the win. And unfortunately, that is the end of the day for John Smith.
Really like that MX-5 video. I think it's just really cool.
It looks really good, doesn't it?
It looks really cool on track as well.
I like being able to see the whole exposed roll cage.
I actually like John and all the lads in his team. Like, they're just nice guys. Like, they were showing me around the car there last night. Like, it's just cool.
So just a little bit of info for you guys there. We were just watching replays of Kevin Quinn's lead because he quite badly cut off John Smith at clip 4 by taking the inside where we told them not to. And he was going to get penalised quite heavily until John Smith did exactly the same thing in his run.
Right, I see.
Okay. So we're back to Saturday, it looks like, with two Pro 2 drivers. We've got Tom Van Beek versus Tristan Norcus. Definitely got that name wrong, Mike. Yeah. Okay. It's okay, I feel like you know. But with Tom the lead, Tristan is the chase.
So Tom Van Beek is now leading out Justinus Norcus. This is another one of your...
Oh, Justinus showing on way too much angle at the start.
Yeah, massive mistake from Justinus Norcus. Tom Van Beek, though, another huge mistake from Justinus Norcus. What's going on here? Tom Van Beek on the line that we know that he's been doing all weekend perfectly. But Justinus Norcus making a whole host of mistakes behind Tom Van Beek.
Yeah, Mike, I don't really think if he just threw it in too hard or too much angle, or if it is a mechanical issue, but that was very uncharacteristic from what we were watching yesterday.
Yeah, huge mistake. 2 huge mistakes from Justinus Norcus.
See it here again. Look, he just threw it in way too much angle. Maybe he was expecting the little MX-5 to be a bit faster, but you are the chase driver, so you have to chase the lead.
Yeah.
You can't push them out of the way.
Just far too many mistakes from Justinus.
So we'll be switching them around now, and I'd be assuming there's a slight advantage now to Tom Van Beek.
I would imagine there'd be a reasonable advantage to Tom Van Beek. You can't see the power bar just yet. I'm sure it'll pop up once they line back up again. And Justinus Norcus will lead out Tom Van Beek.
Yeah, slight advantage to Tom. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here. Is if it's a mechanical issue in the E36, we're going to see it straight away in the first corner. So
Justinus to lead out.
Big flick again, but he can hold it this time. Tom is getting lost back, but he needs to start pedaling that MX-5 to close the gap. Justinus is sticking to the perfect qualifying line.
Yeah.
Big flick in, but ends up on the inside of the track.
Where's Tom Van Beek? He's nowhere near.
I think he's not even on our screen. He's that far back. So
They shut it down.
He
must have shut it down. Yeah, he has absolutely nothing. No.
As we see our race drone do a cool 360 there, Mike. I don't know if you noticed that.
just did a backflip.
Yeah, it did a barrel roll. I don't know. I'm not a drone guy. I'm not down with the technical terms. It spun around while it was flying.
It did a thing.
It did a thing, and I liked it.
Justinus Norcus with a big advantage, and it is confirmed. Justinus Norcus takes the win over Tom Van Beek. Tom Van Beek having a problem with the car.
He didn't finish the run.
Very strange.
Versus Josh King. And Rossbar's in the borrowed car. Anything can happen.
Literally anything.
Literally. We've got 2 wild men.
Could you call this?
No. I could say crash.
Yeah.
That's about it.
I could see a crash.
They come together.
Josh King. Wow. Massive entry. Josh King. Ross Barr right on the rear corner of Josh Barr. Come round the second corner on a nice wide line. Ross Barr on a wide line as well. Chasing him, cuts the corner a little bit. Makes a huge dive. Look at the angle of Ross Barr. Manages to hold it now. Josh King on a very nice wide line. Ross Barr getting lost now. Just seems to have over-rotated very slightly and not got the power down as they come through the last part of the track.
Yeah, I think Ross is just still getting the grips of that borrowed car. Like, I think after qualifying he told me that it was 4 runs and that was including his 2 qualified runs, so that's the 5th run in that car.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's not an easy car to drive.
No.
Maybe it takes a little bit of practice. But Josh King doing exactly what he has to do in the lead position.
Yeah, it's a really nice lead line here from Josh King. And they come round. Alright, they're going to swap it around. We'll have Ross Barr in the lead position. Now Ross Barr is in a very fast car. Topo's car is very fast.
Yeah.
Do we think Josh King is going to have the legs to keep up?
I think he is.
Yeah?
Yeah. Josh King is so. It's 500 brake horsepower. 500 brake horsepower is not so.
No, it isn't.
No, it's
definitely
not.
isn't. So Ross Barr has a slight advantage going into the second part of this course. Ross Barr, a little bit of a gap.
Ross pulling the gap, but Josh now making it dive into clip 2. Ross is a bit shallow going around that second corner. Gets it back online, but yeah, he's missing the clips, Mike. He's just 2 on the inside of the track, which isn't giving Josh a fair chance to get on the door.
Not the best run so far, unfortunately. Now Ross Barr goes across the line. Josh King climbing up on him just at the end, but yeah, Ross, I don't know whether it's enough.
Yeah.
That power bar is right in the middle.
The judge, like as we say, we after seeing a few already, it could be another battle of mistakes.
Yeah.
It's either who made the most mistake loses, or we go again and see what happens.
Yeah.
As we await this decision from our judges.
Okay, this looks like
they're having a good conversation.
A difficult decision.
Yeah. The way that power bar is sitting, you know. Yeah.
It's a one more time between Ross Barr and Josh King. Josh Barr and Ross King.
That means Buckeyes have to go in and change their tyres before we can finish off our top 32, Mike.
Yeah, this is the last.
So I wonder, could we throw it back to our judges and just see, were we right on that one? Was it a battle of mistakes, or what was it? Brad?
It was just a really messy battle, wasn't it? Clearly, Ross had better pace and at times some better proximity, but he just made so many mistakes that, in his lead and his chase, that we couldn't give it to either driver, and we want to see it again as a result.
So no one really put a good, clean run in for you, is what you're saying?
No, it was just ugly all round, really.
There you have it. Ugly all round.
Ugly all round. Wow, what description.
Put that on a t-shirt.
Yeah, ugly all round. I mean, I could wear that t-shirt.
I think you're cute,
That
Mike.
would be fine. Oh, as long as you think I'm cute,
yeah,
Mike.
that's all that matters. So as we wait for the two guys to change their tyres, you can actually hear Ross Barr driving by our commentary room right now.
I can. We can hear most cars that drive past.
Yeah, we can hear the whole paddock.
Not hear, feel, actually feel.
The vibration comes through the floor, so I can feel it in my feet.
So we're going to get them to change over their tyres.
As soon as we can get this last battle over, we'll be moving on to our top 16, correct?
We will indeed, moving straight into our top 16. Do we? So before we go into our top 16, let's have a little recap for the people that haven't seen drifting before, what it's all about.
Drifting is a technical form of driving where drivers deliberately break traction, sending their car sideways round a track. There are 2 stages in each event, single runs for qualifying and tandem runs for the finals, known as battles in a knockout format. drivers must drive a line specified by the judges and are marked on speed, angle, line and overall impact. On the line are a number of clipping points which the drivers must go through at an angle. These are marked on the track as a white box with 3 lines. Each line is scored differently, and the drivers must aim for the A line, which is the closest to the edge of the track. During battles, drivers have a lead run and a chase run. The lead car follows the qualifying line and is marked on this, while the chase car is marked on how well they mirror the lead car and their proximity and angle.
So, there you have it. For
That's
the
a
people
very
that-
handy little video, isn't it?
It is.
I actually understand drift now after that one.
Oh, good. Well, at
the
least
A, B, C line makes sense.
At least you know what's going on. I'm just along for the ride.
You're just along for the ride.
Yeah.
We're just sitting here as mere commentators.
That is exactly it. So, yeah, we need to get that last cart ready for the last bracket of the top 32. It's always difficult when it's the last battle, isn't it? Because
sitting waiting.
We've got to do that until we get on to the next battle. We have no choice.
Officially, we cannot go to the top 16 until the top 32 is complete.
Yeah, I don't think
that's
we
what
can.
the way it is.
Yeah, that is right. So, to get those cars, if their pits could hurry up, that would be fantastic.
I'd say if you open the blinder,
Yeah,
you can just shout out the window, the lads would hear you.
Okay, and in the meantime, earlier on, Michelle Westby caught up with Dwayne McKeever.
So, Dwayne, you're currently second in the championship, not in your usual spot, but came first at Driftland. Are you going to make up for it this weekend?
Oh, definitely. With the problems that we had at the first round, it put a major setback on us. But the second round, we have regained everything. But yeah, if we're pushing here this weekend, we want to be back in top stop, and we want to be leading the championship.
I know there's a lot of old friends back here today as well. Is there anyone in particular you'd like to be up against today?
Well, definitely all my DMAC friends, my Irish friends, the Shanahans and Sebastian, and especially Kevin here. But yes, definitely like to be up battle with them at the top at the end of the day. But we'll see what happens. Definitely push me on, we'll definitely make for good battles.
So I know they're going to put on a show, but do you think maybe that the challenges are going to be a bit tougher today with them here?
Oh, definitely. Yes, we're going to have to push a lot harder this weekend, but it shouldn't be an issue. We'll try it anyway.
I think there's going to be some great battles today, so best of luck and see you later.
Thank you.
So a very optimistic Dwayne McKeever there earlier in the day, obviously not being able to foresee the mechanical failures that would lead to his demise.
Yep. Usually Dwayne was just in his own confidence there, but
I mean that would be a standard issue interview, and we would have seen him in the final and gone,
It's just really like if you tick the box of that event, you get the Dwayne interview early, just so you have it later on.
Yeah, exactly.
Might change his tires for a final or that, but shock of the day, definitely the first big shock of the day, but there's a lot more coming, Mike.
I imagine there is indeed, yeah. So
no one can say we don't bring the drama, lads.
That is true. That is true.
Okay, so
we've
we
got
have
a
Ross
car.
Barr.
We have a car.
That's a good start. So if we have Ross Barr, then we're just waiting on Josh King.
Yeah.
Who is also pitted. Actually, the two of them were side by side outside our window. So we should have went out and changed the wheels ourselves really to speed it up, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
Would have been much easier.
And
you fuel the car, I'll do the pressures,
Yeah.
I'll be back out there in no time.
Yeah, no one would have had to listen to us rabbit on for ages. I think I can hear Josh King's car moving.
Yeah.
So we will see. Can we get him to the track?
So once we see Josh making his way out, you can get Ross to start warming up.
We have a live interview between Michelle Westby and Aramis Vashgelis.
So Aramis, not only are we so happy to see you back so soon, but you're giving it 110%. You're not even being reserved.
Not 110th. You see in the final 110th maybe. So yeah, I practiced too much for the lowest battle, for the top 32, top 16. But I think it's a hard battle for the Kevin Quinn. So we will see what's happening now. But need to consistent and not too much hard pushing him. So, and I think everything is good.
I was going to say everyone's looking like they're giving it 110%. They're really putting on a show today. Who do you say that you win with Kevin? Who would you love to be up against then next? Because there's so many big names here this weekend.
Yeah, I see it in the table, and we're going in the top 4 first battle with Conor Shanahan, I think, and later I see McKeever is off. I think it's one more name. It's Sebastian. So, and you'll see what's happened. So
I think either of them would be an amazing battle to see. So fingers crossed one of them will happen later on today. So best of luck.
Thank you so much, and see you soon.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, well, he's got to get past Kevin and Quinn before he gets that far in the battle.
There's going to be a lot of limiter in that battle.
I know, he's thinking ahead, isn't he?
He's like, oh yeah, so when I get around Kevin, then I'm eyeing up Connor. So whoever Connor's against as well didn't get a look in according to Armas. But confidence is key in drifting.
That is true. So Ross Barr warming his tyres up. I still don't see Josh King's car. I assume as Ross Barr's warmed his tyres up, Josh King's just out of shot.
He's just coming onto track.
Oh, just coming onto track. There we go. There we go. Josh King.
Finally,
now
we got Josh
warming
King.
his tyres up.
So both drivers now, you know, they've felt each other out. They have an idea. Ross has done another. He's now what 6 runs into this car, so he's going on to his 7th. So hopefully, you know, he's starting to get to grips with it, and maybe he can pull it out of the bag here against Josh. We see a big initiation, Josh. Same again though, Mike. He ends up in the middle of the track, and it kind of cut Ross off a small bit. Coming around turn 2, he's back on a perfect line. Ross is sticking with him, hanging back. Transition in the Manji section, out wide through clip 4. Ross is staying with him this time. I think maybe he is learned on his 7th lap that how to drive this car.
Yeah, I think there is a little bit of lack of proximity now. Josh King on a decent lead line, and Ross Barr not really having the proximity that I would expect. That car's got a lot of horsepower, and I would have thought it'd be a lot closer.
Maybe cut that last corner a small bit.
Yeah, maybe. Let's have a look.
Have a look
The
at the
replay will show. So he cuts the first corner as well.
See, Ross actually had to hold back because of that.
That's right. And a big flick. A little bit of a handbrake drag right now. Does he cut through clip 4? Comes down. Does cut clip 4 a lot.
So he's meant to be out a lot more, yeah.
So Ross Barr was really cut off there by Josh King, and that will go be marked heavily against.
You see a slight advantage of Ross Barr after the first run.
We do indeed. And that bar moved, edged again.
Edged again.
Just a slightly
little bit more.
More of an advantage to Ross Barr as they lead into the second part of this battle. Ross Barr will lead out Josh King. Ross Barr, here we go. Let's go. Ross Barr, wheel speed as he enters. Massive flick entry from Ross Barr. Josh King right on the rear quarter though as they transition again into clip 2. A little bit of a gap coming up now as Ross Barr flicks the car again, not quite a massive line, and really cuts the track. Josh King had no way.
Oh, safe.
Oh, just
that moment in a borrowed car and
safe.
looking at another car coming head on for you is not cool.
Yeah, so Ross Barr spins his car. That is a 0. So, I mean, there is no other way. Josh King has won this battle. That's
I don't understand what's under review. Maybe they're just looking to make sure what happened.
Yeah.
Oh, watch the bumper, Ross.
I don't think there was contact causing Ross Barr to spin. So
I think he just flicked it very hard.
Yeah.
Just car came around too fast.
That was it. Look at this massive
dive
entry.
from Josh King, but Ross just toughed straight in the inside there and cut him out of it. Same here again. Great dive.
Wow,
from Josh
look
King.
at the angle that was thrown on by Ross
Yeah.
Barr, but he was nowhere near where he needed to be in the track, and then snapped angle again and just over-rotated.
So close.
Yeah. Josh King doing a fantastic job not to crash into him there.
He actually just did the exact same thing as Ross. He mirrored him and spun out as well to go beside him.
Well, that's what you have to do.
Yeah.
Oh, what else are you going to do? It's do that or crash.
It's how
That's it.
fast you have to make them decisions in drifting. You don't even think about it. You just spin the car and go, whoa,
So there
okay.
it is confirmed. Josh King takes the win, and Ross Barr spinning out and taking himself out of competition. And that is the final battle from our top 32. And we will move on to our top 16, where we have Sebastian Fonten versus James Fenn-Bacon.
E36 versus E36.
So lads, Ross Barr was a little unlucky there because we had him up in that battle on the basis that Josh King yet again ran the wrong line, as you correctly said, in clip 1 and in clip 4. And had Ross not spun in clip 5, he would have taken the win, but unfortunately he threw it away.
Okay, so there you have it. Let's move on. Sebastian Fonten is in the lead position here. James Fenn-Bacon is going to have a lot of work to do. Sebastian Fonten on fire, absolutely on fire today. James Fenn-Bacon,
he's just having so much fun, Sebastian is.
Yeah,
and like it actually is translating into his driving. Could you just watch it and see, like, that's just cool.
Yeah, his car just seems to be set up and just looks so easy to drive.
Yeah.
Get the our track marshal just having a little chat with both the drivers, making sure they're ready. Just pointing out maybe something on the track.
Okay, I think he's just farming them that. There's a few other cars over on the right hand side of our screen there, Mike, that we can't see.
Okay, so we're almost ready to move on to our top 16, but we need to clear a car off of the track. Ross Barr's car still there.
Still there. Well, not Ross Barr's car. Ryan Toporowski's car.
Ryan Toporowski's car that Ross Barr was driving.
Yeah. No.
For all intents and purposes of this competition,
it's Ross Barr's car. Yeah. Until he gets back to the paddock, that's his car.
Yeah.
Okay.
Broken or not.
Broken or not. Okay, so we're about to get the signal from the tower.
And there we go. Or we lead Sebastian Fonten to lead James Fenn-Bacon in the chase position. A massive flick. Look at the entry from Sebastian Fonten. James Fenn-Bacon knew it was coming though and did a big flick behind him. Impressive from Fenn-Bacon. Look at the wide line from Sebastian Fonten. It's absolutely perfect. Blinded loads of angle. James Fenn-Bacon desperately trying to clamber onto the side. He makes a dive onto the side of Sebastian Fonten's cars that come round the final corner. James Fenn-Bacon fighting for his life to keep up with Sebastian Fonten as he flies away. Wow, a valiant effort from James Fenn-Bacon there. He did absolutely everything. I mean, he was cutting the track to do it, but he was in close proximity.
He
was
definitely was.
Look how much angle James Fenn-Bacon throws on behind Sebastian Fonten. That he has watched him do it and thought, I'm going to do that behind him.
He knew what was coming, and to be fair to James, he gave it a good fight. He did.
Look at the dive.
He really put the fight to Sebastian, so I'm interested to see what's going to happen when we switch him around.
Very impressive driving from James Fenn-Bacon, and obviously Sebastian Fonten's lead run was almost perfect. Yeah. So we don't need to comment on that. We knew that was
coming. So it's what Sebastian can do in the
chase
position.
Now, James Fenn-Bacon, is he going to buckle under the pressure? I've seen him buckle under the pressure in the past. Please don't do it today, James.
Oh, James, come on.
Please don't.
Do it for the
big
BDC.
Flick entry from James Fenn-Bacon.
But look at Sebastian
Fonten. Dives! Look how close he was to the rear bumper of James Fenn-Bacon's car. Look at the transition as he makes another huge dive onto the rear corner, glued together. They make another transition through clip 5 and 6. Sebastian Fonten now touching the wheels are touching of James Fenn-Bacon's car. They come through, he's just nudging him round the second part of this track. Wow!
Three Sisters, make some noise, because
that was a hell of a battle.
Right there.
A hell of a battle.
James Fenn-Bacon, like, it was a great lead. You can't have a good lead without a good chase, or you can't have a good chase without a good lead. So, but Sebastian, what's stopping
him? It's a masterclass.
Even like Connor and that aren't doing these sort of moves like Sebastian's doing. So it's gonna be very, very interesting.
Very, very interesting. I'm very impressed with James Fenn-Bacon's driving, if I'm honest.
I want him to go one more time.
Yeah, very good. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, as they come round the bank, please.
Two drivers putting it all on the line for our entertainment.
Yeah, and a hell of a show. What a show as well. Very good driving from both drivers. They congratulate each other. Yeah. But the winner is Sebastian Fonten. And unfortunately, James Fenn-Bacon just not quite enough, but a valiant effort nonetheless. We get the cars moved off, and we'll move on to the next battle. The next battle, we have a very interesting battle.
Our top 16 is just showing mad battles.
Yeah.
I'm just having a glance down the computer screen there, and it's like, yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
But we've got Adam Simmons to lead in Luke Barker next. Adam is driving unbelievable this weekend, and unfortunately Luke's car is just not playing ball. He's fighting
just
it,
hasn't
he's
gelled
struggling.
it, has
Yeah.
it? It's
just not
really
working.
struggling to work with that car.
There's nothing worse for you to turn up to an event like this, and he's a hometown lad as well, and it's just, the car's letting you down. So hopefully in the little bit of a break between top 32 and top 16, they fix that car.
Two very small cars as well, two little coupes. One's BMW, one's Toyota. I was going to go German and Japanese, but then I'd already said.
Yeah, you already started.
I'd already messed that up.
But anyways,
off with the head knock, a lovely entry from Adam Simmons. Luke Barker. Now, is he going to get lost in the smoke?
It
just seems twitchy in a straight, and Adam Simmons is in
big issues with that.
Adam Simmons is in the wrong part of the track anyway, but Luke Barker not able to keep up regardless. We've got a wide line now from Adam Simmons as he gets it back into shape. Luke Barker tries to make an attack as they come through the final corner. He just makes a last dive onto the rear quarter of Adam Simmons' car, but I think it's too little too late.
To the second corner, just a clip too. Like, what happened coming in there? Why did Luke straighten? Like,
yeah, he had no reason.
He'd no
reason
to, yeah.
But
Adam maybe might be as wide as we wanted, but
yeah,
there's no reason to straighten like that and drive around the corner.
Exactly. Adam did find himself in the middle of the track. He definitely shouldn't have been there, but yeah, like you say, way after Luke Barker made that mistake. So
it's interesting to see what way the judges' power bar will be shown after that one.
Yeah, let's have a look at the power bar.
I definitely want to see a replay.
We will see a replay at the end, and can we have I want to see that power bar. Who has the advantage? Adam Simmons does have the advantage.
As they get sent off for the second time, so it's Luke to lead in, Adam to chase. Luke going for the big flick. Adam's just tucking in nicely behind him there as they power through the first corner. Luke seems to be on a much better line this time now, and the car does look like it's working, but Adam's still with him. Coming down to the Manji section. Little bit of this little angle there at clip 3 to 4, but he still keeps it sideways, but Adam is sitting beside him. Look,
Adam finds himself in the middle of the track though, trying to keep up. He almost got himself tucked up there. He did get himself tucked up as they come through the second part of the track. That was actually a pretty good lead line by Luke Barker. And Adam Simmons, he had some proximity, but he was very much in the wrong part of the track. Right, let's see.
Maybe Adam knew there was an advantage
so
and played a bit safe. He just drove straight through the smoke. And watch Adam's little here, no, he kept it sideways, to be fair.
Adam Simmons, that right on the inside of the track,
gets
himself tucked up. I don't know if those curves are forbidden, but
they're not the danger zone.
They're not the danger zone. They're not the no curves.
No curves, you naughty boy.
Adam Simmons looks to have the advantage over Luke Barker as we come across, and the judges wait for the judges to make that official. Luke Barker and taking his helmet off. Go over and greet Adam Simmons. It is official. Adam Simmons takes the win, ladies and gentlemen, and unfortunately that is the end of the day for Luke Barker.
That's the most confused I've ever seen Adam Simmons there when he found out he won. He was like, really? What happened?
So we'll move on to our next battle.
Who's in our next battle, Mike?
We have Ryan Caldwell.
Martin Wannacott.
Yes. Ryan Wannacott finding some pace in that car finally.
Yeah, finding some oil pressure as well.
Yeah, finding some oil pressure.
Either
Either he's found somewhere, he's just turned the safety off and ignoring it.
He just put a bit of tape over the gauge so he can't see it.
I mean, I know how much work has gone into that engine, so I don't think he's done that.
No,
I think they found the problem.
Yeah.
So, there we go. Ryan Caldwell. Martin Wannacott in the chase position there, off. Already come flying down. Look at the entry from Ryan Caldwell. Could have been a little bit wider there. I thought there was going to be a little bit more pace. And look at the dive!
What a
from
dive
Ryan
from
Wannacott.
Wannacott.
He get himself tucked up. He just a little bit, but he's got plenty of power to get himself out of situations like that. He makes another dive on the side of Ryan Caldwell's car, gives him a bit of room to transition and makes another dive around the last corner. Ryan Caldwell on a nice wide line. Martin Wannacott taking full advantage. They come around the final corner. Is it glued? Look at the angle on Ryan Caldwell's car. Martin Wannacott just falling in line behind him as they cross the line.
Yeah, good chase from Martin Wannacott. Maybe just the Manji section from 3 to 4 there.
Yeah.
He looked like he got boxed in at 2 and then he just really cut 3 over completely. So it'd be interesting to see what way they will score that. But Ryan Caldwell was a fairly good lead run.
It was a nice lead run from Ryan Caldwell. It's just exciting dives from Martin Wannacott.
Yeah, as you say, if you're cutting the track to make them dives, that's not what we're going to see, Mike.
But if you're close enough, if you've got the
you're
proximity,
a firm believer in this 1.5 metre rule, aren't you?
If you're close enough, you're allowed to make that dive. It's in the rule book.
It's in the rule book. It's black and white.
Right. The power bar is dead in the middle.
It didn't even move. It's like
Dead
the
in the
just starting again. So,
which leaves Martin Wannacott in not a good position because it is far easier to gain points in the chase position, which is where Ryan Caldwell is at the minute.
Dead even and Ryan Caldwell chasing you.
Yeah, this is
a bit of an uphill battle now.
It's a sticky situation to be in. I wouldn't want to be there.
No. I'd rather be sitting here talking about it.
Right, so just having a little look over the cars, make sure everything's okay. Check the bonnet clips down. Our track marshal Colgate will give them the okay, and they are off. Martin Wannacott to lead, flying out the gate. He knows he has got it all to play for. Now, massive entry from Martin Wannacott. Ryan Caldwell now taking advantage of that. He's just going to dive onto the side of Martin Wannacott's car. Massive. Look how wide Martin Wannacott is through all these clipping points.
Look at Ryan
Caldwell touching the side of Martin Wannacott's car. They come around the last corner. Can he make another dive? Is he going to clip at the rear quarter of him? Doesn't, just falls behind a little bit as they come round the very last corner past clip 8 and over the line.
How did Ryan do that? Coming through clip 4 and in the transition to 5, he was nearly touching Martin's car. And as we've already said, Martin's car is like the width of the track now.
Yeah, nearly touched it. I think nearly touched it.
Nearly touched it.
Yeah, but he did fall behind a little bit after he did that. So,
yeah, we'll see it here now. Like, he makes the dive lovely.
So as he come around this corner.
Nah, he touched that, mate.
Yeah, just. But then he sees it, he falls behind just after that transition. Just a little bit around the rest of the track.
Because the Titanic had to turn in front from Mike.
Yeah, well, this is true. This is true. We'll line them up right here in front of the crowd. Looks like Ryan Caldwell has a slight advantage. And Wannacott's out of the car. And it is confirmed, Ryan Caldwell takes the win in the top 16, and unfortunately that is the end of day, end of play for Martin Wannacott.
It's a good shakedown for the car.
Yes, a hell of a shakedown for the car.
Shakedown.
Hell of a shakedown.
Oh yes.
We've got a good battle next. A good battle next. Jamie Stanton versus Stephen Mcconnell.
Jamie Stanton's just a man on a mission this weekend, but Steve McConnell knows.
He's the championship leader. He's doing something right. We know that already.
Dwayne McKeever's gone as well, so he has to just try and get over this next hurdle. If he can get onto the top 8, that's some valuable points to gap Dwayne.
Yep. So they leave the line. Jamie Stanton to lead Stephen McConnell in the chase position. A massive flick.
Oh, wow.
Jamie Stanton, huge cut of the track by Stephen McConnell, but he finds himself nearly tucked up there. He makes a dive. Look how wide Jamie Stanton is now. Stephen McConnell, is he going to make a dive through into 4? I think he's a little bit far behind. Look at the angle from Jamie Stanton. How did you hold on to that? And Stephen McConnell needs to make another dive, but he's making a whole host of mistakes in the middle of the track. Makes a dive now onto the rear quarter, but a little bit too little, a little bit too late as they cross the line.
I don't think Steve has an answer for Jamie.
No.
That E36 is on fire this weekend. Like, he's killing it on track. I'm very fast, Mike.
Stephen McConnell just desperately trying to. He's cutting the track and then throwing it on angle, and then obviously Jamie Stanton was on a nice line, so just driving away, and Stephen McConnell just didn't really have an answer other than to cut the track.
Cut the track, and he cut a good bit there, just between clip 5 and 6.
Yeah, I mean,
he made a huge
inside
the track.
There's cutting the track, and then there's
driving
straight onto lock, and then straight onto lock onto the side of the car. That just doesn't really work, I'm afraid. So we'll swap them around. We will have Stephen McConnell to lead out Jamie Stanton.
Has the advantage and is in the chase position.
Yeah, so it's not looking good for Stephen McConnell at the minute. He throws it in a little bit of a weak entry as well from Stephen McConnell. Jamie Stanton just giving him a little bit of room to manoeuvre. He's going to make a dive onto the side of his corner. He's just playing it a little bit safe. A nice, very safe amount of proximity, but he makes a dive now just after clip 4. And he finds himself, we'll have a little bit of a gap, and a huge dive now.
Dive from Jamie.
Where did that pace
it's
come
like
from?
He had a catapult there and he just let build pressure for a second and then dived in. But as we see both cars coming over the line, Jamie getting back into the battle. A very good lead run from Steve McConnell.
Yeah, look at Jamie Stanton. The lead front. Look at this angle. He just manages to hold it on the line.
Kept the wheel perfect on the edge of the track. Yeah, that's a very good lead there as well. Look, you can see Stevens out very wide, letting Jamie get right on the door.
Okay, it's a massive dive, and then he snaps onto angle.
Did you see how he just like paused and then just shot up there?
Yeah.
Nitrous? Did you press the NOS button?
Just the button.
Fast and Furious.
I don't think so.
I don't think so, no.
There we go. It's confirmed. Jamie Stanton takes the win.
Jamie Stanton is just
He's having a hell of a weekend, isn't he?
It's just, I love it though for a driver when the car and the track driver, they all just work and just click.
They're doing it very, very well today. And that is our current championship leader out in the top 16.
That's 1 and 2 out, so we could see a big shake-up. And Ross Bard, 3. All out.
Wow.
By the top 16.
In the top 16.
Very, very interesting. Next up, it's the current young star versus the future young star.
Yeah.
I'm going then. No. It's Conor Shanahan versus Archie Harmer.
Yeah, Conor Shanahan. He's still only 18 years old.
Yeah.
Like I feel like he's just in competition forever. But he's still only 18 years old. So
Conor with a lovely initiation.
Just
but
look at
Archie
the
just
line.
sticking there behind him.
Taking full advantage. Look at the dive as well onto the side of Conor Shanahan's car. Conor Shanahan, a very nice wide lead line. Archie
nice by
Harmer,
Archie.
really diving onto the side, nearly climbing over, nearly overtaken. How did he not get boxed in? How did he not get boxed in there? That was absolutely amazing driving by Archie Harmer. Just losing a little bit of legs now as they come around the last bit of the corner. But how did he do that? Like he
That's
just kind of. That was
the laws of
mad.
physics, like that.
I thought he was going to overtake, get himself boxed up.
Have to stop to let Conor transition, but he just did it at the same time.
How did he manage that?
Wow. Well done, Archie.
Physics.
Yeah, maths and all about that.
Yeah, all of those things.
All those things. Okay.
Wow.
Could we see another upset here, Mike?
I mean, this would be a massive upset, wouldn't it?
Like, Conor has a lot of work to do here in the chase position.
He does. Wow. Archie Harmer. Archie Harmer, what a guy.
What a legend.
Absolute legend. Right, Archie Harmer.
Archie with the advantage.
Advantage going into the second part of this battle. He's in the lead position.
All the work
have a
on
look.
Conor Shanahan here.
He's going to do another awesome line. Look, a beautiful line by Archie Harmer. Conor Shanahan is right with him though. He's going to have to make a big dive onto the side of Archie Harmer. He does make a huge dive onto the side of Archie Harmer's car, but Archie Harmer was doing the same thing. Look at the proximity from Conor Shanahan, but Archie Harmer was just there as well. I feel like Conor is going to keep with him all the way to the end of the track, which might
Archie with the hand out the window. He's loving this. Hand out the window for nearly all of that last corner.
Just waving at Conor.
Yeah.
Just
like,
just
hey,
waving
mate,
at him.
know you.
Wow.
But yeah.
So I think Conor.
I'd like to see that go one more time. I would.
I definitely would like to see.
I think Conor's chase was just more consistent proximity.
Yeah, I think.
Like he just sat the same distance.
Now
the whole way.
watch here. The big snap on Archie Harmer finds
He
himself
nearly
in the wrong.
passes him out.
Yeah,
but still transitions.
He still manages to make that transition. That is. I don't know how he did that. He almost overtaken.
There's one thing we can take from today. That move definitely impressed us.
Yeah, very much so.
But yeah, Connor just
he
a masterclass of chase driving.
Let's take a look. Connor Shanahan and Archie Harmer. Archie Harmer, 14 years old. Absolutely incredible. But it is confirmed the winner is Connor Shanahan. It goes through. And that is the end of the day for Archie Harmer. But what effort from that young man. And what a drive.
Archie Harmer
very good driving
Archie
from Archie
has a
Harmer.
bright future in drifting.
Yeah,
he should be looking at the guy beside him going, don't worry, give me 2 years, I'll be beside you in Drift Masters.
Give me the pace of your car and we'll see what happens.
Do you know what? He mightn't have the pace, but he did keep with him.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not about the power, Mike, it's how you use it.
That is very true. Right, up next, we have Robbie Burgoyne versus Clint Van Oort. We'll see those cars line up.
I should have to take a minute after that one just to process it, just bring it back. Yeah.
Just take a breath.
Start again. So as we see Robbie to lead and Clint to chase. Robbie looking super serious in the car.
He does.
Super serious now.
Which is weird because he doesn't look that serious off the track, does he? But when he's
always having fun.
But when he's behind the wheel of the car, it's like zoomed in. Clint Van Oort in that wonderful looking S14, and they are waiting to go. Robbie Burgoyne, 2 fantastic looking cars.
And so we see Clint banging through the gears.
Yeah,
he's leaving a little bit of room for Robbie, and you know, that's it could be a mistake to come back to bite him.
Wow, look. Robbie's on a nice line there.
Yeah, Robbie's doing a lovely job in the lead position. Clint's a small bit all over the place trying to get the proximity back, but he does manage it by the last corner. Robbie out with that perfect wide line yet again. Nice proximity from Clint, but did he just leave too much of the gap at the start?
Yeah, there wasn't that much aggression, and it was a little bit shaky from Clint just right at the start of the battle.
He was close to the forbidden curbs inside the first corner as well.
He was indeed.
I don't think he was there, but he was near them.
I don't think they're as forbidden in the chase position.
Yeah.
They're very much forbidden in
in
the
my
lead
eyes,
position.
you touch them and you are through our BDC for life. That's what I got from the briefing this morning. You go near them, you're banned from life.
Yeah. I certainly did get that impression. Right, we'll swap them around. Clint Van Oort to lead. Robbie Burgoyne in the chase position. Oh, it's neck and neck. It's neck and neck at the minute. And Robbie Burgoyne's in the chase position. Can we see Robbie Burgoyne pull through? Let's have a look. Right, Clint Van Oort.
He's impressed us in the past in the chase position, so
he most certainly has. Right, Clint Van Oort.
Let's see what Clint can do in the lead.
Let's have a look. Cuts the track massively, nearly on the forbidden curb. Robbie Burgoyne, yeah, just making some big. Michael making a big time on the side of Clint Van Oort's car. Clint Van Oort, a nice wide line now. He was a bit shallow, and shallow actually here now. That was a mistake on me. Shallow here now as Robbie Burgoyne.
Yeah, Robbie's just
nearly there. I mean, nearly there. Stays with them all. But I don't. The lead line
it was
from
a
Clint.
Scrappy lead line.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
Yeah.
It wasn't good. It wasn't a good line to watch.
Also, to some of the areas it was scrappy. It was just very unchaseable.
Yeah.
That's the words our judges use. Is you have to have a chaseable lead line.
Yeah. Whereas Robbie's lead line was very good. So
it gave Clint every opportunity, his fair chance of getting up on the door. But yeah. See there now. Very nice by Robbie, but then Clint just cuts the track to try and get away from him again.
Yeah, he went wide round there, but then he's cut the track.
He's mid-track there now.
Mid-track through clip 6.
Heaven, yeah, but
so Robbie Burgoyne with a big advantage, and it's confirmed. Robbie Burgoyne takes the win, and that is the end of the day for Clint Van Oort. Well done, Robbie Burgoyne. Move on. We've got the battle, the wildest battle. The wildest battle.
I've been just sitting here looking forward to this for a while now.
Just waiting for it to
just
come
waiting. The battle of limiters.
Miss Vashgelis versus Kevin Quinn.
What could possibly go wrong? Everything.
literally everything.
Look at the focus in Armis' eyes. Like, he's waving at us, but he looks like he's just about to kill Kevin Quinn here now.
I mean, it always looks like that. That's his look.
Nah, he's always a happy guy.
Yeah, he's a happy guy, but he looks like he's a menacing looking guy.
Menacing looking guy. He looks like he's always up to no good.
Yeah, he does look like he's up to no good.
As we just wait for our previous cars to leave the track, get ready to send them.
Vashgelis to lead out Kevin Quinn. Look at this wild entry.
Kevin Quinn knows he's going to be fast. He tucks in there quick.
Right in the rear quarter, a big dive from Kevin Quinn. Nearly contact round the second corner. Look how wild Vashgelis is in a backwards entry almost into that corner. Kevin Quinn managed to keep behind him. Look, they transition through the smoke. Kevin Quinn is right with him again. He's going to climb onto the corner. Vashgelis' car as they come across the line. Look how close they are together. Wow.
I think they might make contact a few times in that run there, Mike.
I think there was
a
definite
little
nudging.
bit of rubbing in that one.
Definite nudging.
Wow. Kevin Quinn throwing it all down, knowing what Armis was going to do ahead of him. It's... Oh, we're just still in the top 16.
We're still in the top 16. We're still in the top 16.
We told everyone we wouldn't get excited until the Funk Motorsport Grade 8, man.
Oh, no, but you can't...
How can you not get excited over that? You start shouting, I just go speechless because I'm just like, what am I watching? Is this actually happening? Am I dreaming? The alarm's going to go off now and I'm still in Ireland. So as we switch them around, I'm sure Kevin Quinn is onto his spotter asking, what do I have to do? And be fast is the answer he's getting back.
Yeah, so Kevin Quinn has a slight advantage, but he's in an elite position, so Armis, he has a bit to do. I mean, he can't lapse now. Armis really has to give it 110%. Kevin Quinn was right there with him for the whole lap. A little bit of a more tentative entry and cutting the corner a little bit by Kevin Quinn. That's going to harm him a little bit. Vashgelis just holding back ever so slightly, and I believe he's going to make the dive right about now. That's a huge dive from Vashgelis. Kevin Quinn makes that last transition. Vashgelis almost taps the back of Kevin Quinn's car. Huge angle from Kevin Quinn. Vashgelis manages to match as they come around the corner, touching as they come around the last corner. Door.
Three Sisters, make some noise, because from this point it's only going to get better. Did you see Armis going from 4 to 5? How he just like kind of like Archie. Like, I don't know how he didn't.
He just manages to match it like perfectly.
It's like the two of them have radios talking to each other, like transitioning 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, now. Yeah. And now. And now.
Synchronized diving has got nothing on this man.
Exactly. Let's get them lined up. See the judges' decision.
That's going to be a tough one for our judges.
I think I just saw the power bar before it disappeared.
Did you?
Looks like Vashgelis just has the advantage. And I think that was Vashgelis takes the win. After that battle, Vashgelis is through, and unfortunately Kevin Quinn was out, and I think it was because Kevin Quinn cut that first corner on his entry.
I need to know, Mike. I need to know.
Is that right, Brad? Is that right?
You are absolutely correct, boys.
Oh, good. We were right about something. Well done, Mike.
Well done. Yeah, we know what we're talking about. It just took 3 days. Okay, well, that's just...
Yeah, unfortunately, Kevin's been doing it all day. We've told everyone not to, and he's committed the cardinal sin there. He actually didn't do a bad run and a bad chase. He was playing a little bit of catch-up on Vashgelis. Yeah, obviously made that big error at 1, and then Vashgelis just wore him like a glove through Luna.
Okay, so, there we go.
I'm still in shock. That was a great battle.
It was.
Really
absolutely fantastic.
Really
battle. I'm a bit gutted that Kevin Quinn's gone out, because why was he cutting that corner?
I'm not sure.
Anyway, we move on to Josh King and Justina Znorkas. As we come in, Justina Znorkas to do the lead run. Josh King.
Oh, so much angle.
Over rotation from Justina Znorkas. Josh King did very well not to make contact there. As they come around the second corner, Manji down the straight. Josh King just appearing through the smoke to make their last corner. Not too much proximity there from Josh King.
I'm just questioning, Mike, if it comes back to that second corner.
I think so, yeah.
Josh had to hang back a lot there to not make contact, so it'd be interesting to see what way our judges look at it.
Yeah, you're dead right. that power bar just swaying back.
Yeah, back to the halfway point.
Yeah, big.
I don't know. I want to see the replay. I think maybe he just tried to throw it in that bit harder.
Yeah, I think it looked like it just
started overall.
It continued a lot longer than he thought it was going to. Just couldn't quite snap it back. Right, Josh King having an advantage now, going in just in August in the chase position. Right, Josh King to lead. We need the all clear from our track marshal. Send cars, send cars.
Send cars, send cars. So good to say it twice.
Right, Josh King to lead. Justinas Norkus in the chase position. And a bit of a falter on entry from Josh King, but not too much. Definitely not the mistake Justinas made. Has a lovely wide line from Josh King. Justinas Norkus now cutting the track ever so slightly to gain some proximity. Very wide from Josh King. Justinas Norkus coming off the track. 2 wheels at least. Does the tyre stay on the rim? It doesn't. He has DB'd the tyre. Josh King drives away. Justinas Norkus tyre come off of the rim, and he's still making the drift. He's still coming around the track.
He finished it. That's all that matters. Do you know what I just realised as well, Mike? So remember on Friday when Justinas' front subframe just pulled out a chassis?
Yeah.
How did he fix the car? Josh King welded it in.
Josh King welded it in. That's right.
So, do you know what? That's actually very good to see that he made it through to the Sunday, and then he gets to battle Josh King in the top 16.
Look at this wheel drop here. Oh no, sorry, it's in this one.
Yeah.
So Jamie, look at his
it's just
precision.
it's like
on
the wheel got bogged down
there, and the tyre peels straight off of the rim. It does well to hold it, Justinas, around to the last part of the track, but yeah, it's not going to do well for his score, unfortunately. So it's under review, but we can confirm Josh King takes the win, and unfortunately that is the end of the day for Justinas Norkus.
I don't like the way they're looking underneath that car. I don't think there's is there engine still there? It is.
There's definitely an engine still there. Now clip the bonnet down, don't forget to do that before you drive off.
Amateur mistake.
Please.
So yeah, Josh King moving on to our front motorsport.
Right, we are going to have a short break now, and we will be back right after this.
Drifting can be the most demanding motorsport in the world. My name is June Main. The high RPMs required to keep my tires spinning and rubber burning are brutal on engine oil. That's why Lucas Synthetic Oil Stabilizer was formulated for performance on the track and the highway. Lucas Synthetic Oil Stabilizer keeps my power on for split-second decisions, making every shift and turn count. When it comes to my engine and engine oil, I give it every advantage with Lucas Synthetic Oil Stabilizer.
We are Funk Motorsport, your heat management specialists. Based in the UK, we strive for perfection, developing thermal products trusted by professional race teams and drivers worldwide. Performance, protection, reliability.
As a professional drifter, my results depend on numbers. And making all this add up is one product, Lucas Octane Booster. It delivers 3 times the boost and promotes a clean fuel burn that keeps my tires smoking through every turn, which even off the racetrack can be difficult not to do.
Depend on Lucas Octane Booster.
Link ECU produce standalone engine management technology with a range of products that allow you to unleash the power of your engine. Acting as your car's brain, our ECUs control electronic fuel injection and ignition. A magnitude of sensor inputs and outputs ensure your engine exceeds your expectations. Built-in safety features guarantee engine protection, and data logs keep you informed on its performance. Smoke your tires and not your engine with a world-leading Link ECU.
Tarmac Sports.
And we are back. First up in our Funk Motorsport Grade 8 is a hell of a battle. We have Sebastian Fonten lining up next to Adam Simmons.
Two guys since Friday that we said were driving well. Then Adam's proper oak and we didn't know what was going to happen. And then Jay just met him a new one. He's just killing it today. So I think this is going to be a cracker. This is probably the one I'm looking forward to most in this Funk Motorsport Grade 8.
You reckon this is the best battle in the...
They're all a good battle.
They're all good battles. There's a lot of good battles in this Grade 8. We've got Jamie Stanton, Ryan Caldwell, Connor Shanahan, Robbie Burgoyne, Vashgelis versus Josh King as well. A hell of a Grade 8 we've got. We're going to get those cars lined up on the start grid as soon as possible. There we go, Sebastian Fonten warming his tyres up.
I really like the look of the E36, Mike.
It does look good. It's got a hell of a reverse rake on it, hasn't it?
Yeah.
How high the front of the car is compared to the back. And there's got to be something in that.
Well,
there's got to be something in that.
We've seen him drive this weekend, so it works.
Yeah. So we have Sebastian Fonten, Adam Simmons, Connor Shanahan, Robbie Burgoyne, Jamie Stanton versus Ryan Caldwell, and Vashgelis versus Josh King in our Funk Motorsport Grade 8.
I think each one of them battles,
yeah, I couldn't pick
anything can happen. It can go anywhere. We've seen some massive upsets today, and I feel like it's not over yet.
I think you're right. Right, so we have the cars lined up. Sebastian Fonten will lead in Adam Simmons. Off they go. Adam Simmons needs to put his foot down now. Sebastian Fonten flying. Adam Simmons
big entry again from Sebastian.
Yeah, nice and wide for Sebastian Fonten.
Look at
Adam Simmons, lovely dive onto the rear quarter. But such a good line from Sebastian Fonten. Adam Simmons now cutting the track to gain some proximity, and he does. Makes another dive through the smoke, finds himself on the inside of the track. Can he control it? Sebastian Fonten has so much speed, doesn't even tuck Adam Simmons up as they come over the line.
Adam Simmons has a fast car.
Yeah, he should have been tucked up there as well.
Did you see how much he
fast
dived the car to catch up with Sebastian? Like, wow.
It's just so much pace. So much pace from that BMW.
These Driftmaster cars, they're a good step up.
Yeah.
Really are. I'm interested to see what way the judges are going to feel after that one. Like, did Adam cut the track too much, or was he in the right place to cut the track? I know you're a big fan of that rule. It's like your favourite rule in the rule book.
You can cut the track. I just like to see close racing.
I love that rule.
I don't want someone to sit like on the right line but miles behind. And Adam Simmons looks like he's got a slight advantage.
So your rule must have been in play here, Mike.
The rule must have been in play. Right, Adam Simmons peddling everything that car has got. 550 horsepower V8. Sebastian Fonten makes a dive onto the side of Adam Simmons' car, but Adam Simmons on a beautiful lead line. Right, Fonten now going to make a dive onto the rear quarter. Look how close he is to Adam Simmons as they come around the final corner. Another dive. And Adam Simmons, look how wide he is, but Fonten is wheel to wheel and a straight from both drivers then through just past clip 7.
I think
they come over the line.
Did he really pull out the straight, not to come in contact there?
Yeah.
That was
Sebastian Fonten almost overtook Adam Simmons.
So come on.
And that is not allowed because Simmons was on the correct line, so that was almost a big mistake from Sebastian
Fonten. It's been a little bit too aggressive there now, that's what it seemed. But we're waiting to get the replay of the one we want to see.
So let's
see here, watch this dive. Oh no, they're not going to show us that one.
Yeah, so look, he's almost overtaken, so very close, and they both have to straighten up as they come through that final corner. I'll get them lined up. See the judge's decision on this.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be an interesting one now. I think we're definitely going to hear your opinion as well, Mike.
I think we should.
Yeah, we should definitely.
Let's have a look. The judges are just having a look at another replay as well.
So they're looking
Adam Simmons on a very wide, a nice wide lead line, and a jump up from Sebastian Fonten. But yeah, Adam Simmons, he's on a brilliant line. He can't deny it. He did nothing. Didn't cut the track there as well, as many of the drivers has. So barely puts a foot wrong.
It's just here.
And he barely straightens as well. Sebastian Fonten straightens a lot more than Adam
Sebastian's
Simmons does.
front wheel was nearly up past Adam's front wheel, so I don't know if he was just too boxed in, expecting Adam to be a bit faster there coming out of clip 5.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but he did well to control it and maintain the drift. I mean, it looked to me like a slight straighten, but from our camera angle, it might be slightly different.
Everyone on the bank thinks,
yeah,
we don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah,
no one's maximum angle.
So it's under review from the judges. They are having a debate, let's call it, in the judging tower at the minute.
So if Adam Simmons gets the win here, does that mean he goes to Drift Masters next year?
Yes.
That's the way it works.
I'm
Yeah?
going to go with yes. No, I don't think so.
No. We'll just pretend it is.
I know, but it isn't, because Sebastian Fonten takes the win. And unfortunately, Adam Simmons doesn't, but that must have been very, very close to call, judges.
Yeah, absolutely, Mike. And I mean, what a fantastic battle that was. Adam Simmons drove the wheels off his car to keep up with Sebastian. We looked at a few things on the replay, not least of which Sebastian hit the chicane cone at the start of his lead run. So he was marked down slightly for that. And then we also were looking at the very small error that Sebastian made coming between 6 and 7, where he just got a little bit too tucked up into the pocket, and I think maybe slightly had some contact with Adam, but very, very minor. What we were checking for was to make sure that he maintained drift, which he did, and that was enough to give him a very, very minor advantage.
There you have it.
Okay, there you go.
Okay,
all about the proximity.
Now we just reset.
All about the proximity. Now,
and we go back to the start line, and this one's just going to be as crazy.
Yeah, Jamie Stanton, Ryan Caldwell. Jamie Stanton is flying today.
Jamie
Ryan
Stanton's a different man this weekend.
I know, but so quick. Look how Ryan Caldwell is so quick. Very nice wide line from Jamie Stanton. Absolutely perfect. Ryan Caldwell taking advantage. Makes the dive now around the second corner. They come down onto the straight. Jamie Stanton not throwing up too much smoke, making it nice and easy for Ryan Caldwell to make that dive. They transition again round into the last corner. Ryan Caldwell falling up behind a little bit now. I was expecting a little bit of a dive there from Ryan Caldwell. It didn't come. As they cross the line, he tries to climb back up on the door. but there was a lack of proximity, definitely.
First half of that run, Ryan was there.
Yeah.
It was the Ryan Caldwell we were all expecting.
Yeah.
Second half of the run, he just held back and couldn't close the gap.
It's almost like just after clip 4, coming through the transition from clip 4 to clip 5, he didn't make the dive that he should have.
Yeah.
It looked like he could have done it, and for some reason he backed out.
And 9 times out of 10, Ryan would always do it.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know why he backed. It almost looked like he backed out of it. I don't know. But we'll turn him around.
Switched him over.
We will have Jamie Stanton in the chase position. Ryan Caldwell in the lead position. Ryan Caldwell sitting on the slightest advantage. The very slightest advantage. I'm not sure why that is, because Jamie Stanton did a very good lead on there. But Jamie Stanton now in the chase position.
Big entry from Ryan, but still mid-track, kind of cut Jamie out a small bit. Jamie,
look at it dive!
What a dive! How does he keep doing this, Mike? He's just throwing so much speed at it.
Now he finds himself in the wrong part of the track, and he's nowhere near and needs to make another drive onto the back of Ryan Caldwell. He made a massive mistake, over-rotated, and didn't get the flow out of the corner, and lost a load of pace. And now he cannot catch up with Ryan Caldwell as he drives away over the line.
Yeah, it was just coming out of the second corner there. Like Jamie just threw himself very fast in there, and then washed out a bit wide, got lost in the smoke, and didn't cleanly make the 3 afterwards. He did flick direction, but it was a very
it's very shallow. He did make it out to 3, and
it was not sure what you'd call it. Twitch, maybe.
It was touching the back of Ryan Caldwell's car as they drive
just let
around.
Jamie know that at this point the battle's over, so it doesn't matter how close you are.
Yeah. You can't psych someone out after the battle.
No, you do that on the way.
It doesn't work. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
watch
look
that
at this
dive
dive now, and then it just winds on.
Yeah, maybe
I think he washes off track just slightly, but Ryan Caldwell
puts the hammer down yet, and Jamie just cuts out 3 completely to try and get the proximity back.
Yeah, desperately trying to chase, but just not able to catch up again. Oh, it is under review, so maybe there is a reason for all this that we haven't seen. 1 judge has made their decision, 2 judges have made their decision, 3 judges have made a decision, and the decision has gone to Ryan Caldwell. And that is unfortunately the end of the day for Jamie Stanton in his Funk Motorsports Grade 8. And we'll move on to the next battle. Connor Shanahan versus Robbie Burgoyne. Connor Shanahan. He's just doing what he needs to do to get to each battle.
He's not getting an easy run at it though. He's getting a bit of challenges here and there. But he looks so comfortable in that GTA 6 around 3 Sisters.
He does.
Really comfortable he looks.
He does very much so. And he just, I don't know, just seems to be doing just enough to get through each time. And I was expecting Connor Shanahan to do something wow each time and just to blow the opposition away. But it's just been quite close.
Yeah, it's a very clean Connor Shannon than we're used to. But here we go, big initiation. Connor pushed out in the wide leg, but look at Robbie. He is stuck to Connor. Gives him room for the transition. Now he's starting to dial him in again. Connor's putting the foot down, trying to get away. Robbie cuts clip 3 completely out of it, but makes a huge dive. Look at the proximity coming into 5, Mike.
Yeah, mega dive from Robbie Burgoyne as they come around the last corner. Robbie Burgoyne is stuck to the rear quarter of Connor Shanahan. Connor Shanahan now just pulls a little bit of a gap as they come over the finish line.
Robbie Burgoyne is here to fight for Team BDC.
Yeah, he really is.
He is like, I'm not letting these Driftmaster lads come in here and show us up.
Yeah. Connor Shanahan, I think, on round the second corner, just clip 2 just cut the track ever so slightly.
Yeah, he came away from the outside of the track, maybe a bit earlier than the judges are expecting to go to 3, but that would explain why Robbie didn't go to 3 at all.
Yeah. So I'm guessing the judges will look at a replay of that. Come to a decision, but in the meantime, we will swap them around and Robbie Burgoyne will lead out Connor Shanahan.
Connor needs to pull out one of these chase runs that we all know him for.
Robbie Burgoyne has the advantage now.
So he should.
Yeah, so he should. So Connor Shanahan.
The pressure's on Connor. Here we go.
He has it to do, but will he do just enough as he has done so far? Lovely entry from Robbie Burgoyne. He runs off the track.
Robbie just pushed that little bit
Just
too hard.
too deep, but
Keeps it going, though.
Sticks in it. He's like, I don't care.
We give people value for their money today. We're doing this battle.
And Conor Shanahan right on the rear quarter and really not giving Robbie Burgoyne a single inch as they come around the last bit of the track. But Conor Shanahan is glued to the rear quarter of Robbie Burgoyne's car as they cross the line. I think Conor Shanahan thought he was going to back out of it, but when he saw it was going to, he was like, right, okay, let's go.
Oh, we're still
let's carry on. I can't believe Robbie Burgoyne's tyre stayed on a rim.
Did you see how the back of the car jumped? Like, it didn't break anything.
Like, literally everyone else's car has blown a tyre from doing that, going that deep. Look how did the tyre stay on? It looked like it popped off and maybe popped back on again.
And
but that can't happen.
Pressures
That's
again.
physics. Physics says no. But
physics is the one thing we're taking away from today, and it says no.
Yeah. How did that tyre stay on? He must have glued it on there.
Must have. Maybe a bit of tiger seal or something there on the inside of the bead just to hold it on.
So let's line them up. Looks like Conor Shanahan has the advantage. That mistake, Robbie Burgoyne just pushing so hard.
A little bit too hard.
He was just pushing so hard. But yes, can confirm Conor Shanahan takes the win. And unfortunately, that is the end of the day for Robbie Burgoyne. He just pushed too hard around that first corner, and it's a shame because he was doing so well.
Yeah. Robbie has drove outstanding today, and he gave it a very, very good attempt.
A very, very good effort. But then Conor Shanahan, again, doing just enough to get through every time. It's like he knows exactly how hard to push.
And really, he's holding back.
Exactly that hard.
And then he's just going to give us this, like, whopper run that we've been expecting all day.
Well, we will see when it comes to the final four, which he is definitely a part of. Right. Vashgelis versus Josh King. Josh King's been on a flyer today, but Vashgelis is unstoppable.
Josh King seems to always do well in 3 systems, doesn't he?
He does.
He does, yeah.
It's because he's a good driver.
Very good driver. He's a good car as well.
Yeah. But Vashgelis, the powerhouse today. What?
Oh,
Josh King is miles away. Vashgelis is miles away.
Oh,
no! He came off the track.
Going. What?
What did Vashgelis do then?
He was like 2 wheels in the grass there.
Has he thrown it all away? Josh King was miles behind. Vashgelis is back in it now. He dropped a wheel. I don't know if he drops 2 wheels. There's definitely mud flying.
Josh is sticking to his line and he actually gets back into this battle, but it's all going to come down to that first corner. And what happened there with Vashgelis?
Yeah,
from our hangar, we just seen the muck go up, so we couldn't see how many wheels, but I think that was too, Mike.
Yeah, but Josh King was so far away behind him.
He definitely got caught napping on the start line. Started twiddling his tongue. Oh, we're going.
I don't know which is the worst mistake. I really don't know.
It doesn't make a difference if you get caught napping if you get back into the fight, which he did, and he stuck to his qualifying line. Vashgelis putting 2 wheels off. I'm assuming 2 wheels because I couldn't really see. I'm going to pretend like I know Mike, okay? Just go with me. Yeah. So he put 2 wheels off.
Yeah. Well, let's have a look. Let's see if he did put 2 wheels off. From the replay,
our noses are like touching the monitor here. Man, he put 2 wheels off.
Definitely 2 wheels off. Definitely 2 wheels off. Yeah, Jamie Stanton. He keeps on in it. He gets back in it. Josh King.
I was like,
Jamie
what?
Stanton, who? That was
Am I saying the wrong person here for a second?
Why did I get confused? BMWs everywhere. They're so confused.
There's too many BMWs at BDC this weekend.
Josh King, the most definitely Josh King, gets back into the battle after seeing. He must have seen Vashgelis go off and gone, yes, thank God. Yeah, like, I'm coming back.
Here comes the fight. So we've a little bit of a clean up there to do just around the second corner, just to fix the cone.
It looks like we're ready to go.
Josh
King will now lead. Josh King will now lead in Vashgelis.
Josh definitely didn't get caught napping that time, but Vashgelis is stuck with him. Josh keeping all wheels on the track, coming into clip 2. Lovely wide line by Josh, but Vashgelis is stuck with him. Josh is given the perfect lead run, but
look at the dive for Vashgelis now as they come through clip 4. He's so close to back off.
He's to back off and not make
contact. He makes another dive. Doesn't wind on too much angle. Can he keep up with Josh King? He's giving Hamilton to the floor. Look how close Vashgelis is as they come over the line.
Wow. That was a brilliant chase. Like, did you see? He just had to like pause everything for a second or not to make contact, and then just dive straight back up on him.
How did he get back on him so quickly?
The forward
as
bite
well?
in that car is crazy.
So much pace. The front bumper. Josh King's car just hanging off. There, look. He comes round Yeah.
Watch, just pauses.
He gets himself caught up a little bit.
And then just makes his dive straight back up. Look at that!
Yeah, I think there was a shift in the middle of that dive. There was an upshift in the middle of that dive.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, fantastic driving. But then a big mistake from Vashgelis on his lead run. So
it's going to be interesting to see what way the judges' power bar is in this one.
He's leaning towards Vashgelis.
Is that chase after overturning 2 wheels off?
I think it might well be.
And Josh been napping as well.
And they go. They're discussing it between them. Judges make their decision. One judge has made their decision.
Another judge has been through out the tower.
And there we go. The winner is indeed Vashgelis. And
make some noise for Josh King.
Yeah, valiant effort. Well done. Very well done. This is the driving we want to see, and that's our last battle in the top 8. Moving on now to the final 4.
Oh, and what a final 4 it is, Mike.
It is one hell of a final 4.
So up first we've got Sebastian Fonten versus Ryan Caldwell. And then we've got Conor Shanahan versus Aramis Vashgelis.
This is just insane.
This is going to be mad.
It's insane.
So guys, just to give you some feedback on that last battle, in case you're wondering. Obviously there was 2 sort of significant things happened in that when they left the line with Vashgelis in the lead, Josh King, I don't know whether he missed the call or missed a gear, but he was sort of 10 car lengths back. And looking like he was out of the battle. Then obviously Vashgelis made a huge error just before clip 2 and put 2 wheels off. So for me that sort of evened things up again. And then Vashgelis in the chase, as they turned them around, was significantly stronger. Made a slight error between 5 and 6 and got himself caught up. But I think, as you said in commentary, he immediately got back on the door and pushed him around Luna. So for me, I remained at a one more time, but my 2 colleagues felt that it was just Vashgelis to take the win.
So there you have it from our judges' mouth, Mike.
Lovely. Yeah, thank you very much for that. So let's move on to the final 4. Sebastian Fonten versus Ryan Caldwell. I am seriously looking forward to this battle, Mike.
Yeah, definitely. I think... Do you know what? I don't even want to say this, but earlier on we made 2 predictions.
We did.
And technically, that could be our final.
Yeah.
But they've Ryan Caldwell and Aramis Vashgelis go. So we've 2 Drift Masters, 2 BDC drivers in the final 4.
Brilliant. You couldn't have asked for anything better.
You couldn't write this, man.
You couldn't ask for anything better.
And it's sunny.
It is sunny.
So as we wait just to get our cars,
we don't have a single British driver though.
Oh, well, sure. We have 2 Irish. That's all that matters.
Oh, good for you. Okay, so let's get these cars lined up. I imagine.
Yeah, they're just changing tyres and fuel.
Fonten's battle was a little while ago. Caldwell's battle was
we got a new camera angle of some of our spotters on top of the truck. That's beside us as well. We could look out the window and see them.
That's John Shanahan.
John Shanahan looks like he's in deep thought there now. Yeah. He's like, what am I having for dinner?
That almost definitely is what he's thinking about as well.
Oh, there's someone going to be waiting for me outside anyways.
Yeah, 100%. You're a far braver man than me. Right.
Are we going to make some predictions ourselves? What do we think?
I've already... what? Caldwell.
Are you going to stick with Connor's win the event?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yep, I'm sticking with it. He's got there. He does just what he needs to do every run. And I think he's going to win.
Yeah, okay. You were saying a few minutes ago he was doing the bare minute every run, but it's fine.
That's what I said. He does the bare minute.
Oh, right,
he does just enough.
So it's effortless drifting then is what he does.
Wow.
Effortless drifting.
Yeah, that's
fun. We'll go with that one. Yeah,
sure.
Sounds brilliant.
Sure. Let's go with that. Right. Do we know where these cars are? I have no idea where these cars are. Are they anywhere near the line?
Don't think so. It's very quiet around the pits. The trailer's not vibrating here, so maybe
I can't hear any cars rumbling past. And we've still got a big crowd here.
Probably only getting bigger.
Yeah.
After watching the live stream going, I need to get down there and see what's going on.
Is everyone excited here at Three Sisters for the Final Four?
Right, okay, I have an idea while we're waiting. So, in Driftland, me and Mike decided we'll try and do a Mexican wave, and it was the biggest epic fail ever.
Yeah, no
So
one
I
did.
wonder, could the weekend crowd help
we-
us out here now and be so sound and let us start a Mexican wave? Can we get the camera back on the crowd? Is that possible? Oh, okay, that's very on the crowd. I'm looking at two people's face. Hello, how are you?
Can we zoom back a little bit?
I don't know where in the crowd I am now, so I could be starting at the end here.
Can we zoom back a little bit so we can see the whole crowd? Is there any? Is there a camera view that
If
can
anyone
do that?
sees a cameraman there, just pick up the camera and move him back a couple of meters, will you?
Oh, we are not going to do that, but Michelle is down with Ryan Caldwell's mechanic at the minute.
So that was a bit of a last-minute rush. What happened, to give us all a rundown?
Going out at the exhaust, so she's at the exhaust manifold. We got ready, getting our way on. So yes.
We're all happy now. Do you reckon it's going to run out now?
All happy now again, once again.
Okay, perfect, guys. I think we're all ready to go, so back to you.
So, there.
Aidan Caldwell, the man, the myth, the legend. Such a nice guy.
So a
Great
last-minute
guy to
panic, but we do have a Ryan Caldwell.
I see a Sebastian Fonten just after pulling up.
See Sebastian Fonten.
Yep, Ryan's there as well.
Oh, we just need Ryan Caldwell to warm his tyres up.
It's the classic, you know yourself. They're after rushing that long that he's there now putting on the harness, the hands, all the gloves. We can't let them run without that safety equipment, so it is worth the wait, Mike.
And there we go, Sebastian Fonten. He is very excited, having a whale of a time.
Sebastian is looking just so cool, calm and collected.
Yeah. Sebastian Fonten, Ryan Caldwell.
2JZ versus 2JZ.
Yeah, but 650 from Sebastian Fonten and 850 horsepower.
So you would expect it to be the other way around with a Driftmasters and a BDC driver, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but Ryan Caldwell, the power of that car, and it's shown today because it's fast, seriously fast.
See Ryan there through
Okay,
Sebastian's passenger window.
Ryan
He's making his
Caldwell,
way around.
Ryan Caldwell has had to dart back to the pits apparently
What did he forget?
very quickly. He has called a 5-minute rule.
Oh, come on now.
So, will we move on to our other battle of the Final Four, or are we going to wait for this one? Oh, we shall wait to find out.
We'll probably be the last ones to find out, Mike.
Yeah, we will know very shortly, hopefully. We're going to push Sebastian Fonten back. Do we even have... Is Connor Shanahan and
I
Vashgelis
didn't
anywhere
see
near?
them. I just seen Ryan in the gridding area there when the camera was outside of Sebastian's car, so...
Okay.
We might just have to look at that lovely dash. What brand dash is that?
It's an AEM dash. It says in the corner. Let's have a look. Can we see what's going on in Ryan Caldwell's pits? Excellent. We do have a camera on our way to Ryan Caldwell's pits in a minute, so we shall take a look.
They're all having a picnic in Ryan's pits, apparently.
Yeah, it's a very relaxed scenario going on. So, and you get the driver there, Sebastian Fonten, waiting very patiently for the Final Four. Final Four is, I mean, this is when it starts getting, this is where it starts getting exciting, doesn't
like,
it?
oh, your blood's flowing, you know, like, you're just ants to go, and then it's like, yeah, we're gonna wait a few minutes, let everyone change tires, yeah, just take a breather.
Yeah.
Look at the cage inside that car.
There's
a lot going on in there.
All the floor tied together.
It's like a jungle gym for kids or something like that.
The subframe, each individual pickup for the subframe is bolted up through the roll cage as well. It just makes it so stiff. I just want to see the suspension setup on that. I haven't had a good look around the car, but I just want to see that. It's got such a reverse rake stance. The back is so low and the front is such a bit higher. I can see the front end being higher so that you get a good swing on the wheels. But why is the back so low, and how does that work so well? So I'm just going to, later on, I'm going to take a peruse.
Yeah. You know where we find Mike after this event, anyways. Jacking up Sebastian Fonten's car.
Just going, very interesting.
Now I understand.
Very interesting.
So I see Armis there just making his way onto the grid. Finally starting to get some cars. And there's the camera in Ryan Caldwell's pits. So it's a very blurry Lee Scott looking into an engine bay.
It just looks like panic and shouting, and why is this not doing the thing?
That's 90% of a drift paddock, and that's like first thing in the Friday morning. It's like that.
Yeah,
panic and shouting and running around.
Why is this the thing? Why? That's not doing this.
That's not doing what
Why?
it's meant to do.
Yeah.
Because drift car. That's just the answer. Because drift car.
Yeah. So a very quick shot of Ryan Caldwell's pits there, but
a shot
come back.
But we have 2 cars. So I'm assuming the guys, Connor's just getting his harness on, things like that, then we'll warm the tyres and get into the line.
Yeah, so I think we're going to get Connor and Vashgelis.
Connor literally just told us he's a GT86, didn't tell us anything else.
Yeah.
He's keeping it all like
engine GT86, model GT86.
So there's a standard GT86 engine is what Connor's telling us there now.
Yeah, that's lies.
So what you're running
because
there, bro?
I know there's a 2J on it.
We were looking at that 2J last night.
Very aware. And he's just asked me for an exhaust manifold for a 2JZ, so there's got to be one in there.
Oh, maybe he's getting one.
Maybe. So Vashgelis warms his tyres up.
Vashgelis looks like he does a half a set of tyres in the burnout box. Like.
He does.
He just creates so much smoke.
That car just creates a ridiculous amount of smoke, no matter what it's doing. Driving to the pits, ridiculous.
Coming down the straight to the first corner, and in the straight line, it's smoking the tyres.
Yeah, look at this. He must have no tyres left for his run. It's like a standing
He's just doing a ridiculous burnout. Maybe he heard us. He's like, I'll just keep going here now.
That sounds like a brilliant idea. Right, and we get both these drivers lined up, and they are ready. Connor Shanahan to lead. Vashgelis into the chase position. Connor Shanahan, I think, needs to step his game up a little bit as he enters in, and Vashgelis is right on his corner as they transition into the second corner. Vashgelis is so close to the back end of Connor Shanahan. Connor Shanahan really needs to put his foot down now. Vashgelis right with him all the way around the corner. He's made the side, round the track, around the last corner.
He is on Connor's door, pushing him around that last corner, all the way out to Clip 6. Connor's laying the foot down, but he cannot get away from that E30 Mike. Wow. What a chase run from Vashgelis. What a chase run from Vashgelis.
Vashgelis was knocking on the door of Connor Shanahan the whole way through, and Connor has a massive amount to do now to overturn that, because that was such a chase run.
We've been saying it all day. Connor's just doing the bare minimum to get by. That's not going to cut it now.
You're going to have to really, really...
Dare I say chase of the day? Did we just see there?
We did so far,
So far,
we're in the top 4. We should start seeing chases of the day, and that definitely was it. But Connor Shanahan, he really, really, really needs
Connor has one of the best powers in the game with Jack Shanahan talking to him now, and Jack's going to say, door him. That's it. That's all he has to say is door him.
Yeah, the whole way down. Right. Vashgelis to lead. Connor Shanahan in the chase position. Big flick entry from Vashgelis. Connor Shanahan is glued to the side of Vashgelis' door. He makes a dive now. Is he going to stick right on the side? He is so close to the side of Vashgelis. Will he get lost in the smoke? He's not. He makes another huge dive.
Massive dive from
He
Connor.
really is on the rear corner.
But look at the lead line Vashgelis is putting down. Connor really doesn't have the proximity that Vashgelis had in the lead.
He needs to dive in.
He needs to get closer. And he does. He is pushing him over the finish line. What a run from Connor Shanahan and Armis Vashgelis. We can make some noise.
Wow, that was absolutely awesome. I mean, I'm almost speechless.
Like, just
how are you going to separate those two? Those two, they're both.
It's gone one more time. That's how you do.
It's probably going to go one more time.
Give the people what they want, judges.
Yeah, Vashgelis.
Look at that first dive by Vashgelis.
They must have been touching front wheels going through there.
But yeah, Connor played a bit safe at the start. I was worried, but then once from 4 to 5, he just started to reel him in and stuck with him to the finish.
Look how close Connor is as they come over the finish line. Wow! And I bet it's under review.
Oh, 100%.
I bet that's under review.
If we can't figure out what happened there, they definitely can.
Round of applause to these two drivers. What a battle, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely unbelievable, but we do have a decision, And Connor Shanahan takes the win, ladies and gentlemen, over Amias Vashgelis. And we are going to have to find out exactly why that is. Judges, please.
Well, that was absolutely amazing driving from both. Trying to pick that apart was one of the hardest battles of the day. In terms of aggression, Vashgelis always brings the fight. And the only difference we have is proximity across clip 8 to the finish, where Connor just maintains better proximity and has a smoother chase. And that's, unfortunately, just enough to give him the win.
Right, and there you have it. Judge's decision as to why Shanahan took the win. So Vashgelis will go into third and fourth playoff, and Connor Shanahan will go into the final. But up now we have Sebastian Fonten and Ryan Caldwell.
We didn't actually find out what happened to Ryan's car or what the issue was, Mike, did we? No.
We didn't know why he called the 5-minute rule, no.
I'm sure he didn't call it for no reason, you know.
Well, I saw panic in people's faces, so there was definitely a reason. Definitely a reason, but hopefully they have got those cars sorted. Pray that he got his car sorted within that 5-minute rule. I assume, as we can see in that graphic, that he has. He is on the line, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely fantastic. So, Sebastian Fonten, can we see him in the lead position? Is he there? Nope, he's just warming his tyres up. He's just warming his tyres up there.
Ryan is strapping himself in, not even making eye contact with the camera. He is game face on. He knows the challenge he has ahead of him.
He's taking his rear view mirrors out.
Doesn't want to see him.
I don't want to see what's going on behind me.
That's why he rule, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
We'll go with that.
So there we go. Sebastian Fonten to lead. Ryan Caldwell to chase. As they leave the line, look at this. Sebastian Fonten, massive entry in as Ryan Caldwell. Little bits left behind. Little bit, can't really keep up with Sebastian Fonten. Sebastian Fonten, look how wide he is. Ryan Caldwell now trying to make the dive as they come through into clip 4. Can Ryan Caldwell make the dive onto the side of Sebastian Fonten? He does. Close up the gap, a big transition.
How did they not come into contact, Mike? Ryan has to back off. Now Sebastian's pulling a bit of a gap. It's up to Ryan, but I don't think he's going to close the gap around that last corner.
Drives away now, Ryan Caldwell.
He just got boxed in.
Yeah, he just made it, just a bit of an over-rotation from Ryan Caldwell, and then he couldn't get back on the power quick enough. And that was, just gave it all away to Fonten to drive away.
Fonten's initiation at clip 1 is like the exact same every time.
Yeah.
Unbelievable, of course. But he's taking the cone over, and then he's going the white line all the way around the first corner. Just think of the marshals to have to pick up that cone all day long.
Every single time. Cone again.
It's up now and it's going to go down.
Right, let's swap them around now. Ryan Caldwell in at the lead position. Sebastian Fonten is going to have to keep up. Ryan Caldwell's going to have to do
Ryan has a lot of work ahead of him here. As we see
a big entry. Look at the aggression from Ryan Caldwell as he drops 2 wheels. Sebastian Fonten manages to keep hold. How did he keep hold of all of that? He judged that perfectly and still made the dive on the side of Ryan Caldwell.
Look at this chase from Sebastian.
Look how wide Ryan Caldwell is. Sebastian Fonten give him a little bit of room to manoeuvre as he comes past the dirt. He's dived straight back on the door again as they come round the last corner.
Pushing that S15 over the finish line. Well done to Ryan not to come back around and right off 2 cars there, Mike.
I mean, well done to both drivers.
That took some skill to stay out of that accident there.
Just avoiding all kinds of carnage going on. It's absolutely amazing.
Fireworks are flying here in the final 4.
Yeah, this is Sebastian Fonten. Look at this coming through 3 and 4 as well. That was quite early from Fonten. He nearly popped a tyre off, just bouncing there through 4. But Ryan Caldwell's so...
Like he'd be expecting the car to spin there, but he just kicked the clutch and kept going.
I was expecting not to see Fonten there, but he was just literally like made it through the dirt and just dived straight back on the door, completely unfazed.
Absolutely commitment to the highest level. That's what that is.
So the power bar is leaning very much towards Sebastian Fonten at the minute. And we're going to get Ryan Caldwell to join us. Where is Ryan Caldwell? Is his car okay?
That's the thing. There maybe could be something in that car. And as we know, Ryan could be in the next battle.
Yeah.
So he maybe has just gone to the pits to have a quick look.
To the pits.
Yeah. He's in the next battle against, if he's in the next battle, sorry, we don't have a decision yet, and it would be against Archie Harmer.
would.
I'd be going fixing my car too.
Right, 2 judges have made the decision, and it is confirmed Sebastian Fonten takes the win. And Ryan Caldwell, I'm not sure where he is, I assume he's gone back to his pits, but will be joining Amirs Vashgelis in this coming battle for the 3rd and 4th place playoff.
And what a final we've lined up. And is it the same 2 that we picked earlier, Mike? Saying, imagine if they were in the final.
So look, there's a bit of a smoky car on track.
There's
Ryan
a bit of
Caldwell.
fire extinguishers out as well, so...
Was that a fire?
Okay, to me, it looks
Yeah,
like they've
I think-
sprayed the engine bay there, because
Yeah.
the pin's pulled and that fire extinguisher on the ground in front. I remember in Driftland, remember at the end, just at the final, Ryan's car backfired and there was a bit of oil on some heat wrap, I think, or something, and it went on fire. So I wonder, is it the same little issue again, or
I would have.
It's hard driven all day long, so what's it going to be like at the end? You know,
I would have hoped that they would have sorted that problem
Yeah.
before going to the next round.
Yeah, they definitely would have.
Yeah, I just imagine they would have. Don't shake your head at me, Mike.
I'm not shaking my head. What are you talking about? Do not throw me under the bus like that.
I couldn't help it.
It's the last time we have a private joke on camera.
Right. So
we
don't. So we have an interview right now with Michelle Westby and Connor Shanahan.
So, Connor Shanahan, it's great to see you back on UK soil. Are you looking forward to this weekend?
Yeah, I can't wait. It's great to be back around everybody in the UK. I learned a lot of what I know here. I've made my name basically in UK drifting, so it's great to be back. The grid is, pretty tough. The grid in Drift Masters this year has been insane. The driving level has been absolutely crazy, but I don't think I'm going to have it any easier today. It's going to be tough out there, but we're going to have fun. I'm going to, drive as hard as I can, hopefully put on a show for everybody on the bank and everybody watching at home. And it's great to be back. And I can't thank my incredible partners, my team who made it possible to get back and do this round of the BDC. And who knows, maybe we'll be at the last one too. But I'm excited to drive today.
I was going to say, I feel like you've just come in and just maybe potentially going to be upsetting the championship a little bit. Now, I have been speaking to Dwayne. I reckon seeing a final battle between you two would be incredible. But that's me speaking. Who would you love to see battling today?
Yeah, I think a final against Dwayne is always hard to ignore. We've had a lot of them over the years, especially here and especially in Ireland. So to come home from Europe, and Dwayne is a driver who will be at top in Europe as well. So to have a final with him, I think it would be pretty close and really entertaining. It could go any way. So it will be quite cool. But the likes of Sebastian and Barker here as well, they're no pushovers. You got to drive hard against them. You got to be really calculated to get through the day. Not make mistakes all day to get to the final is also a big task. So we'll see what we can do. The car is running sweet. The guys are doing a good job, and I'm just going to have fun. Whatever happens, happens.
How have you been finding the track actually on that note? Because it's quite a tight technical track with a power end. Is it something that you're struggling with today, or do you feel like, no, I'm comfortable with everything that I'm doing?
Yeah, I think I'm getting onto it pretty well. I think the track is a lot slower than what we've been used to in Europe, so it kind of gives you a little bit more time to react to stuff. And yeah, the lead runs are just pretty solid. I don't really mind. I'm not the type of person to try to do 100 points in qualifying. I just want them in the show, top 5, top 10, and get the job done in battles. I'm happy, but we'll see. We hopefully can put on a show, get 2 solid qualifying runs in, and then I think I come alive when it comes to chasing and stuff. I really enjoy chasing in this car especially, so if we can keep that dialed in, who knows? We could be a tough one to beat today, but everybody else also will be a tough one.
I can't wait to see you out later, so best of luck.
Thank you.
So there, Connor Shanahan saying he's going to do the best he can, and he's done quite well, hasn't
That's
he?
all he
Because
can
he's
do,
in the
Mike.
final.
That's
He's
all
in
he
the
can
final.
do.
I've just had news in my headset that Ryan Caldwell has had to retire.
I don't like these voices in your head, Mike. Okay, you should stop talking to them. They keep just ruining my day here. I was so looking forward to Ryan and Harmer's. But unfortunately, yeah, it just looks like we're assuming it was a fire. We don't know what caused or anything, but all I know is we're not getting a 3rd and 4th playoff.
We're not getting a battle. I feel cheated.
I do feel cheated.
I feel very
But
cheated.
I do have a feeling, okay, we're not getting that battle, but we're going to get the final to remember.
Sebastian Fonten versus Connor Shanahan. And I do believe we said earlier on in the day,
we picked 2 drivers.
We did indeed. And Michelle is down with Sebastian Fonten right now.
Sebastian, it's no surprise to see you in the final after watching you all day. Absolutely incredible performance. How are you feeling?
We just came off our top 4 battle, and against Ryan Caldwell, he knew he was a fast driver. He had some car problems, unfortunately, and I drove to some other BDC drivers, and the level was very high, I must say. So we're pushing the car very hard. and still we're having fun. And we're in the final with Connor, with Shanahan, so it's going to be one heck of a final.
I was about to say, it's the one that I think everyone was hoping for today. You even mentioned it as well. It's the best drivers against the best drivers in the final. Now, have you got any tricks up your sleeve that you think you're going to pull out the bag for the final?
Not really. We just lowered the tire pressure a bit because we know he's fast, and we just go hard. And I know he can go hard too, so it will be like easy driving because he's doing good as well, and I can do good as well. So it will be one like good final.
You can only have a good chase or a good lead, right? That's what I keep hearing from the commentators and the judges, so I do agree. But I have to say, the last time you were here was actually 2017. You came second. So I can only assume you would love to make it on the top spot today.
I was thinking in the car when I was sitting on the line, it was like, UK has been good to me. So yeah, we would love to grab the top spot and make up that second place back in 2017. So yeah, we're looking forward to the top spot, yeah.
So can we hope to have you back in the final of BDC as well then?
I was planning to go there. Yeah, we'll have to see about what's what, but maybe, yeah.
Okay, well, I think we're ready to get you out there, so best of luck.
Thank you.
So there you have it.
A confident Sebastian Fonten.
A confident Sebastian Fonten. Less confident me because I thought he would be lining up now and instead of giving an interview, but that is right before. Let's hope he jumps in his car and gets himself to...
The guys down there have a phenomenal team, so I'm assuming there's people getting the car ready.
Yeah, and he'll just jump in.
While he
and
was
go
standing there,
in.
it was just, yeah, might as well talk to the live stream.
Yeah.
I'm assuming he's not going to start fueling and tiring the car right now.
No, I imagine he isn't. Do you reckon we could see if we can do that Mexican wave now, Mike?
I don't know, like, do you think? I don't want it to fail again. Like, we were really let down the last time. I got emotional.
Is it going to fail, people here
like,
at 360?
We're looking at you. Are you going to do the Mexican wave or not? No, okay. I can only see the top of Danny Maguire's truck now, so there's no point getting Max Fleckney and Danny Maguire to start it.
I don't think they're going to do a Mexican wave, are they? Well, let's see if we can start one anyway, even if we can't see it because the camera won't pan onto it. So, starting from the left-hand side of the bank closer to the pits.
Shop. Yeah, the BDC shop.
Can we start a Mexican wave starting in 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh my God, look at it. Can someone tell us if it's happening because we're actually looking at Conor Shanahan in the pits now?
It's going, lads, it's going.
Thanks, Brad. Thanks. Yes, we did it, Mike.
Yes.
It's spectacular. The best Mexican wave ever at an event. We did it.
We can't see a single
We're
thing.
looking at Conor's wing.
It made it all the way to the end.
Yes! That's exactly what I planned.
Yes. Right, Conor Shanahan is getting ready in his car. Right now,
So
he leaves
close.
the pits. And Sebastian Fonten.
Oh, Sebastian, look, playing mind games already, pulling out in front of Conor.
In the pits. Oh, it's heating up. This is going to be quite the battle, isn't it?
We're going to have to calm it down a little bit for this one, Mike. We're starting to get a bit antsy, aren't we?
This
now,
is the
now
final.
we can see the bank.
This is the final.
Can we start the Mexican away so we can see it, maybe?
No.
Nah,
Well, we've
just
done
have
it.
a wave
We've
with
done
us,
it already.
it's fine.
Hi.
Hi, how are you? How's your day going?
Right, let's get the cars lined up for the final. Why did you say calm it down for the final? It's the final.
No, calm it down till the final. We're getting a bit excited here now.
Oh, just it's
Save
the,
the energy,
it's the
man.
build-up.
Save the energy. Because you're going to lose your voice halfway through this run. I can already predict it.
Are you ready for this one, boys?
I might be able to hold it together.
I don't know, Brad. I'm like on the edge of my seat here.
I'll do my best.
I am. This is going to be fireworks. Are you ready for this, Brad?
Not entirely sure. It's going to be epic.
As you see Sebastian making his way to the grid.
We may just have it one more time just for the fun of it.
Let's have a look at some figures that we can't see because Conor Shanahan didn't provide
Sebastian
any.
filled out everything down to what tyre he's using.
I asked Shanahan there how much power that car had. They said 776 horsepower. So 650 horsepower.
I believe him.
In Sebastian Fonten's E36.
Sebastian's E36 is just, it's like the car was built for 360.
Yeah.
It's like this layout, that car is the ultimate combination.
Yeah. I think it's the driver, to be honest.
He might have a bit to do with it.
Something to do with it. One or two things.
Conor scrubbing in front tires trying to get some heat in it for that first corner.
Yeah, not going quite as mad as Vashgelis, though.
No.
No one goes as mad
No
as
one.
Vashgelis.
Vashgelis just goes 100%.
No one goes as mad.
Even on his donuts, it's 100%.
Right. Sebastian Fonten to lead. Connor Shanahan in the lead chase position.
Everyone on the go. Get your phones out. 2 Drift Masters drivers in the final. This is going to be epic.
Here we go. Sebastian Fonten, a massive flick. All day. Look how close Shanahan is to the side of Sebastian Fonten's car as they dive through. Can Connor Shanahan make a dive onto the side? He does.
Yes, he can.
Big They're holding together. A huge dive now from Connor Shanahan. Sebastian Fonten on a lovely line. Look how close Connor is. Look at his dive now as they come around the final corner. Door on door as they come round the last corner. Look how close Connor is. Knocking on the side. Sebastian Fonten's rear quarter. Wow.
That's the Connor Shanahan we've been waiting on all day. And that epic chase run. When he needed to do it, he stood up and delivered.
Absolutely
brilliant chasing.
Amazing.
But we're going back to it again. There was not a thing wrong with that lead run. That was a perfect lead run from Sebastian.
I think Sebastian Fonten cut the corner very slightly after clip 4.
I was that excited. I was barely watching it. I was just shouting, Mike, to be honest with you.
I think he just cut the corner very slightly. But we will see if that reflects. We'll turn him around. Connor Shanahan to lead. Sebastian Fonten in the chase position. Sebastian Fonten is going to have to do a hell of a lot because Connor Shanahan was glued to him the whole way across, and they leave the line. Connor Shanahan, a big flick entry, not as well as Sebastian Fonten.
Sebastian
on the outside.
right with him.
Look how close he is to the back of
nearly making contact on that transition. Connor is pushing out the clip tree, but Sebastian is not giving him any room. Contact coming up. What is going on? Sebastian sits back, lets the transition go. He needs to reel him in now before the finish because we know the judges want to see them cars.
Connor Shanahan is driving away. Sebastian Fonten can't keep up. I think he might have popped the tyre.
Did we just see? Maybe the only mistake is Sebastian Fonten on there with that little bit of contact. He just hit him at clip 4 there and they let Connor get a small bit of a gap that he could not close.
Yeah, I think we just saw Sebastian Fonten make the mistake.
See, he knocked the cone again, every run.
Yeah, and he was quite shallow there on clip 1 as well.
Yeah, but it was here, was it? No, it was just... No. I can't remember now, it was just too much cool things happening in this battle.
Look how close Fonten was there a minute ago, right. Yeah, look.
Yeah, see, he just hit Connor. It didn't really upset the cars, but Sebastian obviously had to hold back.
Yeah,
it didn't mess him up more than Connor.
Yeah, it didn't upset Connor at all, but I looked at it. I didn't even see Connor's car move. Fonten's car seemed to move a hell of a lot more. There you go, look at the camaraderie.
Guys,
between
make
these two
some noise
drivers.
for both drivers in the final. Brilliant battle.
And we will now get those cars lined up and go to the podium ceremony. We need to wait for a decision. I don't know if we do have a decision.
Yeah, you're jumping the gun there.
I was jumping the gun. I assumed we had a decision, but we don't know. The judges have not let us know whether they've made a decision yet. So,
judges, as soon as you can.
Okay, so the judges do have a decision.
Mike, what an incredible battle! What an incredible day, and we have a decision.
Excellent. Thank
you.
We're
going to the podium, everybody. So as we wait to get our third place out, but really quick, ladies and gentlemen, can we have a huge round of applause for all the BDC staff? 3 days they put on a phenomenal event here in Three Sisters. Absolutely worked tirelessly to do.
Yeah, big props. So let's get the last couple of drivers out to do our ceremony. I'll just make a couple of little adjustments. We've got Vashgelis playing up now. look at the atmosphere here for the podium. Here at Three Sisters, the weather has been fantastic weekend. It's just been absolutely phenomenal from start to finish.
It's just been 3 unbelievable days of drifting, Mike. Like, so much fun, great driving, and just generally good banter.
Yeah,
I love it.
I like that Matt Frost put £1 in the meter for the weather as well.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he's
much more.
He's paid off Mother Nature for this year, I think.
Doing it very well. So, let's see. Do we have the drivers in place?
So think we're due. So yeah, we're just waiting on the trophies. Oh, the trophies are there. So if we could get the 3 drivers up to their car, and then we will be able to announce our podium.
So we have a couple of judges' choices today. For best chase of the day, the award goes to Archie Harmer.
Well deserved. Well deserved.
Very well deserved. Do we have Archie here? And we have a best lead as well. Have we got Archie Harmer coming over? There we go. There's Archie. Well done. Round of applause to Archie Harmer for best chase of the day, judge's choice. And for the best lead of the day, we have Jamie Stanton. And is he going to run over? Is he anywhere near?
I don't know.
We have no idea.
Oh, wait. No, that's not him.
No, that's not him. Okay, so let's announce. We're going to go straight in with the third place. Third place today, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Vashgelis! And in second place, it's going to be a tight one. Second place, we have Sebastian Fonten! And that means only one place to fill, and that goes to Shanahan! Give her a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Open the champagne. Very well, unbelievable driving from all these guys. Thank you very much for coming and watching, and we will see you all next time.
Drifting can be the most demanding motorsport in the world. My name is June Main. The high RPMs required to keep my tires spinning and rubber burning are brutal on engine oil. That's why Lucas Synthetic Oil Stabilizer was formulated for performance on the track and the highway. Lucas Synthetic Oil Stabilizer keeps my power on for split-second decisions, making every shift and turn count. When it comes to my engine and engine oil, I give it every advantage with Lucas Synthetic Oil Stabilizer.
We are Funk Motorsport, your heat management specialists. Based in the UK, we strive for perfection, developing thermal products trusted by professional race teams and drivers worldwide. Performance, protection, reliability.
As a professional drifter, my results depend on numbers. And making all this add up is one product, Lucas Octane Booster. It delivers 3 times the boost and promotes a clean fuel burn that keeps my tires smoking through every turn, which even off the racetrack can be difficult not to do. Depend on Lucas Octane Booster.
Link ECU produce standalone engine management technology with a range of products that allow you to unleash the power of your engine. Acting as your car's brain, our ECUs control electronic fuel injection and ignition. A magnitude of sensor inputs and outputs ensure your engine exceeds your expectations. Built-in safety features guarantee engine protection, and data logs keep you informed on its performance. Smoke your tires and not your engine with a world-leading Link ECU.
Tarmac Sports.